You're listening. The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Live, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victory Land, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now, let's head to the broadcast booth for the start of the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Here's the voice of the River Dragons, Tom Callahan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. I'm Tom Callahan. Thank you so much for joining me as we're getting ready to go tonight for some more Columbus River Dragons action. That's right, the River Dragons finishing out a four-game homestand here this weekend against the Huron Prowlers, who come in 19, 12, and 3. That's good for second in the Continental Division, but the River Dragons lead it with a 24-5-1 mark. Columbus coming off a big win against the Carolina Thunderbirds last Saturday night. They had to rally to win it in overtime, but they did. First time all year they've beaten Carolina, and they break a 3-game losing streak in the process. Let that sink in for a minute. Only 5 losses on the year, but 3 in a row to Carolina over the course of that series. Last weekend, Friday night, the team felt it played very well, just happened to lose that one. Then Saturday, had it in control heading into the third period. It was a 4-2 game, but then in a span of about 5 minutes, Carolina scores 3 times, takes a 5-4 lead. Then, well, the River Dragons have to respond, and respond they do. They tie it up, then into overtime it goes, where number 29, Jacob Kelly, gets to play the hero, and everything at least turns around for the moment for the River Dragons. So tonight, against the Port Huron Prowlers, a team that they've already played 6 times this year, the focus is going to be on the River Dragons, cleaning up those mistakes, playing that focused hockey game, and trying to get as close to that 60-minute effort as they can this year. In fact, this series this weekend is actually the final 2 meetings of the regular season between Port Huron and the River Dragons already. Now, there's one team the River Dragons are done with, that's Elmira, but there's 2 teams they haven't even seen yet, Binghamton and Delaware. So they're wrapping up yet another season series with an opponent here this weekend. Tonight is Hockey is for Everyone night, and it's a reduced sensory experience. They're limiting the flashing lights, the loud music. You may notice it's not as loud as usual behind me in warm-ups here tonight. That's so it's an inclusive, safe space for those who do come to the game, those who have disabilities maybe are able to enjoy a night out, a hockey game, and there are other measures in place tonight. But we welcome all of our disability organizations who are here tonight taking part in this great event, and hopefully everyone has a great time out there, and hopefully the River Dragons bring home a win here this evening. We have a lot to get to in our Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We have our chat with head coach Jerome Bichard. That's going to be coming up just a little bit later, and the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, of course. We'll also dive inside the numbers for this one, and the River Dragons, and quite a bit going on in the player personnel front. We'll talk about that next. When we come back, it's more River Dragons hockey on the way.
Working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-223-1945. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Welcome back here in the Harvey Lumber Press Box. Tom Callahan broadcasting live as we are ready to go here with the Columbus River Dragons and the Port Huron Prowlers. Still good seats available here tonight, but we are filling up pretty quickly. Another thing that you probably want to know is that tomorrow night, it is Hockey Fights Cancer night here for us and Pink the Rink night, so we'll be wearing specialty pink jerseys. And those will be auctioned off following the game. Proceeds benefiting the local charities here in the Chattahoochee Valley. And there is pink merchandise. It's going quick. Honestly, if you're not coming to the game tonight and you are coming tomorrow, I would hop online to ourdragonsmerch.com. That's ourdragonsmerch.com. Buy it there and just have them hold it for you tomorrow because I don't think it'll be there tomorrow. That's how popular it is right now. And it is selling at a breakneck pace. Out there. People are coming up looking for things that are already either sold out or not available in the size and the configuration they want. So I'm just trying to give you a little public service message here if you really want something of the pink merchandise. And I believe the tie-dyed sweatshirts have already sold out. The pink tie-dye sweatshirts, those are gone. So don't shoot the messenger. Just a little... trying to help you out here a little bit if you want to come to tomorrow night's game and wear the pink merchandise. We would absolutely love to have you. We'd love to have you tonight if you're thinking about what to do with your Friday night. Come on down and join us here at the Columbus Civic Center and bring the whole family down. So as we are indeed working our way into this Air Force Heating and Cooling pregame show, a lot of player movement for the River Dragons this week, and it involves a couple of guys coming in. And I think that's a good place for us to start because the River Dragons this week solidify the goaltending even more. Not as if the River Dragons goaltending wasn't good enough. And believe me, it's been plenty good this year. The River Dragons announced earlier this week they've added goaltender Christian Pavlos and center Kyle Heitzner to the roster. And so Pavlos, 26, has a championship pedigree in this league. 2019 Commissioner's Cup champion. That was with the Carolina Thunderbirds. And teammates with current River Dragons, Josh Petrantonio and Jay Krupp. So he's from Slovakia. And listen to the year he had in 2019, that championship year. He was 33-0. 30 wins, 3 losses. .932 save percentage, a 1.77 goals against. He also won a bronze medal at the 2015 World Junior Championship with Team Slovakia. And in the playoffs, he went 5-1-0 to get the Thunderbirds that 2019 Commissioner's Cup. So yet another player who knows what it takes to win a championship has joined this River Dragons roster. Now, along with him comes Kyle Heitzner. And Heitzner is 23 and played with Delaware one game earlier this season, had an assist in that one. Last year, played a couple of games, handful with the Watertown Wolves. But Heitzner is a guy not big in physical stature, but plays with some jam, has some speed, and is naturally a center. So it'll be interesting to see where he slots in. And I asked Coach Bouchard earlier this week, when you're bringing in a new player, even if it's a natural center, is the temptation to try to put them in the position they belong or try to find a better fit as far as line combinations go? And I think that Boom Boom really answered it with, well, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. What are the needs of the team at the time? And also, what about the player? Where are they most comfortable? Do they have any natural capabilities at other positions? And so we'll talk to them about those line combinations a little bit later on. But the other good news for the River Dragons is they are getting back in the lineup Lane King. King has been out, dealing with some bumps and bruises, but he's slated to come back into the lineup tonight. So that means that Sturgehan-Kelly-King combo that's been just deadly all year long for this River Dragons team will be reunited, and they'll be back out there together. So definitely looking forward to that. But that also means a little bit of shuffle further down. Now, defensively, the River Dragons also still a little bit short right now. That means not only is Josh Petrantonio going to play back, but it's possible we could see Kirk Underwood playing back on defense tonight, because they are without not only Eggers Ozelinch, who is in the middle of an 8-game suspension, won't be back until the middle of next month, but now Michael Greco is serving a 1-gamer here tonight as well. So Greco's out of the lineup, Ozelinch out of the lineup, 2 of your top 6 defense, and so now the River Dragons likely to dress Justin Schmidt as the 10th forward and have Petrantonio and Underwood back on defense. We'll see exactly how that's going to pan itself out. In fact, I think I'm going to ask Coach Bichard that question later on in the pregame show. We'll talk about it then. We'll see what his answer is. So keep an eye out. By the way, Heitzner will wear number 28, and Pavlos is going to wear number 31. All right, we'll take a break here in this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show, and when we return, we'll take a look at the Zelmos Zip-In Out-of-Town scoreboard. That's coming up next, and then we're dropping the puck on this one at the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned. You're listening to Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Hey, sports fans, it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Bar Burritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Bar Burritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barburritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Bar Burritos. Food, community, people.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and thunderbirds.
Broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box, Tom Callahan here with you in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Columbus River Dragons taking on the Port Huron Prowlers in just a little bit, let's call it 17 minutes from now. So plenty of time to get down here to the Civic Center if you want to join us here this evening on Hockey is for Everyone night. Tomorrow, Pink the Rink as well. Specialty pink jerseys will be worn by the River Dragons. Plenty of fun stuff going on this weekend. This is the back half of a 4-game homestand for Columbus, as after this they'll be gone until the middle of next month. Coincidentally, that series against Carolina, that's when Eggers Ozelinch is off his 8-game suspension, so a little heads up for that one as well. Looking forward to it, but in the meantime, boy, looking forward to this one because the River Dragons finally able to put one back in the win column. Last week against Carolina came out with that big overtime win, as I said, 6-5, and hopefully they'll be able to continue that momentum here this evening. Let's take a look at the Zelmos Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmos has been fueling life's passions since 1999. So this evening, in the FPHL, everybody is in action. You've got Danbury at Binghamton, Watertown at Motor City, Delaware's at Elmira tonight, and Mississippi is at Carolina. Let me see if I can get a refresh on this Danbury game, see if there's any scoring in that one yet. There is not, just 6 minutes into the first, but that's the only game that is underway as of right now. National Hockey League, usually a little bit of a late night on a Friday night, and tonight, well, decent schedule. It's busy. Red Wings and the Islanders are scoreless early in the first, as are the Kings and Panthers. Senators and Maple Leafs, Sharks and Hurricanes, and Golden Knights and Rangers all just getting it underway. And then we shifted to 8:30 Eastern. Devils are at the Stars. Flames at the Kraken at 10 o'clock. And Blue Jackets at Canucks 10 o'clock Eastern time as well. So decent docket of games out there tonight in the NHL. But right now, the only one underway, Danbury in the FPHL. That's our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Zelmos Zip-In, fueling life's passion since 1999. Zelmos is the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. And fans, don't forget, your free Fire and Ice digital program is available for every home game at rdragons.com. Now, if you're coming into the building tonight, you can grab your free digital program on the way in. There's a QR code you can scan with your smart device, and you can download it right to your phone, your tablet, however you want to view it. And you can also go online to pick that up as well, but those are free and yours for the download. All you got to do is ask, and as a matter of fact, if you refresh the download, if you happen to keep that page open somewhere in your tabs on your phone, I don't know if you're like me, I keep every tab all time open on my phone. I'm surprised it hasn't melted yet. But you can always go back and just re-download when you come back for the next home game. So we appreciate you being here, joining us, and being a part of things here with Columbus River Dragons hockey. Also want to give a shout-out to our radio flagship station, 106.9 Really Rocks, Columbus's Real Rock station, and, of course, our radio affiliates. If you're traveling around the Chattahoochee Valley area, you can pick us up on WZEV 90.5 FM, Classic Hits of Lineville, WBRQ 91.9 FM, Blues Time in the City of LaGrange, and WQEE 99.1 FM, home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. And I can tell you, if you are listening to us out in Noonan, we're going to be doing a fun little giveaway with the Noonan station coming up here. I'm not going to give away more details than that, just in case they haven't really gotten into it too much, but we were kind of chatting about that the other day. Looking forward to helping out with that, so keep your radios tuned if you're up there in the Noonan area. So the Zambonis out there, the warm-ups have ended, and tonight for the River Dragons, I will tell you this, Brendan Colgan is scheduled to get the starting nod, and Ty Hunter will back up. Usually, you would probably see Pavlos backing up, but just getting in this week. He is scheduled to be dressed for tomorrow night's game. Hunter will get the backup duties tonight as Brendan Colgan getting the start here on Hockey is for Everyone night. And I'll tell you what, the River Dragons right now looking forward to this clash with Port Huron and trying to see really for the River Dragons if they're able to get back to playing that consistent style of hockey. Carolina was by far the best test that this River Dragons has faced so far this year on a consistent basis. And for the River Dragons to run into that now, I think is good. In January, you get embarrassed, quite frankly, in the first two games. 7-2, 8-2. Nobody wants to lose like that, especially if you think you're as good as Columbus thinks it is. But a recurring theme that I've been hearing a lot this week, talking to the players, and even talking with Coach Bichard, is that this team talks about they can really only beat themselves, and they don't want to beat themselves. They need to have their game more in sync, more in tune much earlier, and really pull it together before you need to hit the alarm bells, if you will. You don't want it to be something you have to say, all right, guys, it gets old to have to say in the middle of a first period, second period, or third period, when are we going to pull this together? They're capable of pulling it together. They're capable of flipping the switch, but why do it on a regular basis when you don't need to? It's more about the consistency of effort It's more about achieving the game plan on a regular basis. And yes, there are a lot of individual talented players. And that's beautiful because when the system works, it does allow those players to make their plays. And we see Jacob Kelly is a great example of that. The overtime goal last week, Saturday, the puck is sitting there at the side of the crease. Kelly doesn't fly by. He stops, takes the rebound off the pad, chips it over the goaltender. Puck goes in the net. And Kelly is a dynamic player. He's a fast skater. He's able to make those plays, but he's also able to get to rebounds and make those plays happen. Love to see him be able to do more of that. So keep the fingers crossed that Kelly and his rest of his merry group of hockey players here can come out and really take it to a Port Huron Prowlers team that comes in playing pretty well right now and likes to use its speed, likes to hit those stretch passes, but at the same time has gotten better defensively. And they're taking care of their own zone more. That's yet another thing the River Dragons are going to have to contend with. They have to also find ways to beat teams that are able to try to shut them down defensively or able to, bring those guys back, get that center to come back and back check, take away those odd man rushes. Instead, it's about winning the board battles in the offensive zone and the defensive zone and about carrying the play. That is what the River Dragons want to establish as their game going the rest of the way. All right, speaking of head coach Jerome Bicharp, we've got a chat coming up with him in just a little bit, and that'll help us round out our Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. The Prowlers and the River Dragons coming up at the bottom of the hour. Stick around. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Hey sports fans, the seasons are changing and it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-223-1945. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We're joined by head coach Jerome Bicharp. Coach, coming into this weekend set, first of all, just want to reflect on last weekend a little bit. You finally get over the hump against Carolina. What was the difference in that hockey game?
You know what? I mean, really, we didn't play any different. We scored some goals, and we played hard all weekend. And Friday night probably played one of our total games for our defense, offense. Well, defense for sure, hitting, physical, made some plays, and came up short 4-on-3 or 4-3. And then on Saturday night, we just outwilled them, I guess, up by 4 or up by 2 going into the third period. Fall asleep for about 5 minutes and give them 3 goals, and then we came back and scored 2 to take it at overtime. So simplify. We need just again put everything together. We got to get our power play on track. Our penalty kill's fine. Power play's got to score 1 or 2 goals a game, depending on what we have as far as opportunities. And we just got to keep playing 5-on-5 the same way.
A lot of roster changes coming into this weekend, and just by way of a brief recap, you had a goaltender, Christian Pavlos, you had a forward, Kyle Heitzner, Ozelinch is still out with a suspension, you're going to miss Michael Greco for a game, and then are you getting Lane King back this weekend?
Yeah, so Lane King is back, so that should help up front with the Callahan line. Everybody else kind of is about the same. Heitzner will play with Austin Doe and Jamayoff. See how that goes. And again, with different guys, I might try to flip-flop a couple guys and see if we can't get a little bit more consistent production 5-on-5 from all three units. Greco's out. He may be out tomorrow too with injury. We'll see. Just so happens he is suspended for tonight, which, obviously nobody wants that, but he's still kind of, feeling some effects from the hit he took on Saturday night. So with that, Underwood will probably go back. So I'll have Petro and Undy playing on the back end, and Schmitty will be our 10th forward, and obviously he can play D2. So if need be, I can always flip-flop Undy and Schmitty or Petro and Schmitty.
Port Huron's changed a little bit roster-wise, but not a lot. And I feel like the game plan is just it is what it is with those guys. They're going to try to exploit the holes and stretch the puck.
Yeah, you know what? I watched their last game against Motor City, I guess I think maybe on Saturday night, and it was a 2-1 hockey game. So, they're playing a little bit better defense. I think they're a little bit more positionally sound. So, it's not going to be a cakewalk. Again, they do like to stretch, but they might not be stretching as much as they normally do. But, they're coming off a 15-hour bus ride. We need to jump on them early and give them really no reason to play.
Well, let's list that as our first key to the game. Let's wrap it up with the keys.
Keys, you know what? We got to establish ourselves right off the bat. No turnovers. Let's get the puck in deep and let's get to work. We need to eliminate turnovers again, and just keep an eye on their stretch guy, making sure that our D are playing D.
Coach, thanks. Best of luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, we're back with the drop of the puck. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom T-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Live, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victoryland, Wade Cleaners, and B&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan.
Great job on the anthem tonight by Heather Rossi. Thank you so much. And also on tonight's Hockey is for Everyone night, we would like to welcome the Autism Learning Center, now part of KNR Therapy, Easter Seals, Advanced Rehab, Southern Rehab, Beam, right from the start in INVO Behavioral Therapy. And our opening puck drop tonight will be Easter Seals of West Georgia and the Autism Learning Center as well. So very fortunate for all the work that those organizations do right here in this Chattahoochee Valley community, and we definitely want to say thank you to them for everything that they do. So we'll have that ceremonial puck drop coming up here, and that will give me time to tell you about tonight's starting goaltenders, and it will be Brendan Colgan getting the nod in net for the Columbus River Dragons. And Colgan, earlier this year, set the league mark for consecutive shutouts as he posted 4 in a row. Set the consecutive scoreless streak record, almost 260 minutes without being scored on. And Colgan right now tied for the all-time league record in shutouts with 5 with Christian Pavlos, who just signed with the River Dragons earlier this week. Colgan's 12-3-1 on the year with a .918 save percentage, 2.40 goals against average, and as I told you, he has those 5 shutouts to his credit. Meanwhile, for Port Huron in net tonight, it's going to be number 72, Wyatt Hofflin. Hofflin 9-7-1 this year with a 4.51 and an 8.70 save percentage. Hofflin actually coming off his best performance of the year. It was a 2-1 win against Motor City, and Hofflin made 41 saves all the way through the shootout and helped get his team a couple extra points. So nice effort out of him, and he's hoping to build on that success here tonight. All right, we're underway, and Port Huron starts off with the draw win. Petrantonio chasing after it as it's dumped into the Columbus end of things. Colgan got a pinball around behind him. And now sent down the ice. Hofflin elects to play it. No icing. A little bit surprising there, but the River Dragons trying to take advantage of that. Fed to the right point. Here's Rogers holding him with a long shot. Tipped out to the slot. Aldworth holding it in right side. Pass too far for Wickline. Wickline centering feed for Krupp. Had a stick tied up puck at the point. Petrantonio shot wide of the net. That hit a leg, and finally Port Huron able to clear it out. Chartrain getting it away to center. Prowlers trying to change. Wickline pushing it up. Right side, here's Aldworth. Aldworth with speed on the right side. Shot from the off wing. Fanned on. Aldworth carries it around, though. Still with it. And the high slot. He'll just loop the zone. Aldworth feeding it into the right side corner. Up to the right point it goes. Rogers zips it over, but Petrantonio had to take the pass on the other side of the line and takes it to center. Now a lead for Kelly, and that's turned over. Back at the left side, here's Foley pushing in. Tried to leave it in the slot. That one ends up towards the point. Johnson turns it to an open wing. Vartiainen keeping it into the right side. Columbus just trying to move this one out. They do get it over the line. Lane King out there with Storjahan and Kelly. Welcome back, Lane. Puck turned the other way. Storjahan up with it. King up on the right side. Trying to push that one free. It's knocked away from him and back down the ice. King with the tip in as Storjahan pursues on the forecheck. Both teams changing it up here. King missed the last 4 games for the River Dragons, but earlier this year had a couple impressive point streaks. One was 8 games, another of 5 games. That 5-gamer, by the way, it was all assists, and he averaged 2 assists per game over that stretch. Not too shabby. So good to have him back in the lineup, especially setting up a guy like Kelly, who is still tied for second in league scoring coming into this one. Goal scoring, I should say. So not quite 2 minutes into this first period. Columbus working on the loose puck in the Port Huron end. There's a shot from the right point, ripped over top of the net, and Underwood is indeed playing some defense tonight, as you heard Coach Bichard say in the pregame show. He is out there with LaBelle in the absence of Greco. Port Huron pushing the other way. They try to put one in front. That one is tipped away from Jay into the corner. And now Underwood up with it. He'll skate it up the left side. That pass ends up eluding Austin Doe, and it goes for an icing call. Offlin was a little upset. He had already gone out to play the puck because there was no indication, but they whistle it down anyway. Now both teams are lobbying for where the faceoff should go. I think they're just going to put it right at center. It looks like that is exactly what's going to happen. Port Huron controlling the draw. They'll throw it in. Colgan waving his man back as it's played around the near side. Bouncing puck in that near circle, not out. There's a shot by Chartrand. Krupp bats it behind the net. Ends up at the left point. Kept in there. Long shot in, and that was turned away. And punched right through the crease, but there was nobody there for it as Krupp will bring it away up the left side. They'll move it to Allworth. Allworth looping in left wing, cuts through the D. Forehand, he put it high on the glove side. Frazier the right point holding it. Sends it around the wall. In behind the net, Hofflin out to paddle it around. It ends up at the left point. Vanelli holding it in. Puck into the slot, a bouncer. Wickline off his skate, can't corral. And that's taken away. Schumacher dumps it in. Coughlin trying to slow it down. Or Colgan, pardon me. River Dragons looking to move it out here. And Aldworth looking to skate his way out of trouble. Gets it on the right side of Wickline. Wickline back for Aldworth. Aldworth cutting in, looking for someone in front. Had his stick tied up. Couldn't move the puck. Taken away to the right side. Devaney able to get it to center for Port Huron. Turned over, though. Wickline leaving it off to the D. He'd like to get a change. Here's Petrantonio up with a chance, and a left pad save Hofflin. Storjahan on the rebound behind the net. Kelly tried to poke it along the wall, coughed it up. Prowlers to center. That rush disrupted just inside the River Dragon line and moved quickly back on the right side. Here's King. Tried to force one through. Devaney picked it off. His pass missed. That'll be icing. So the icing call will bring the faceoff back into the Port Huron Prowlers into things. 4 minutes, 3 seconds gone by here in the first period. Only one shot on goal for each team. A little bit of a slower start to this game. But don't you worry, they'll get it in gear. Port Huron wins the draw on its own end. They'll wedge that one away to center. Rogers tied up now, stepping up fully with a shot. That's deflected wide. Nice job on the back check there. Petrantonio got back. Puck ends up on the right wing side. Schumacher with it into the right side corner. Jay centering feed. That one is tipped away. Ends up on the right wall again. Schumacher put it up top. And the feed ends up out to center. Spinorama pass didn't work out for Freeborn there. And now a hit on the near side forces an offside. Nice job by Lane King to step up on his man and force that whistle. And this offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Book online anytime at oldschoolbarberSHOPPE.com. You can also book online 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Are your sides a little off? Visit Old School Barbershop. Underwood looking to move that puck ahead. Pass is tipped down into the left side corner, and there's Heinzner wearing number 28 out there in his first shift as a River Dragon. Martiainen back in with a wrister. That one is blocked in front, but the rebound still sitting there in a pile. Ends up in the corner. LaBelle battling over against Graham. LaBelle able to poke it away at least to the wall. Still not out of danger, though. Martiainen kicked it in, and it's kicked right back out. Down it goes, Minnie. Forced to play it to Graham. Graham just swings it down the ice. And now Colgan will come way out and play it. He'll move it around. Heitzner to LaBelle. Gets it. Well, Heitzner would have got it back. Puck might have hopped on him there, but couldn't come down with a pass. Here's Jamaeth. We'll feed it back to the D. Port Hurons forechecking pretty aggressively right now. Jamaeth in his skates trying to kick it to himself. Couldn't hang on to it. Now pushing back in. There's a chance, and Colgan with a save. Took it right in the chest protector and hangs on. 5:41 gone here in the opening frame. River Dragons and Prowlers scoreless in this one. Back with the more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Face it, you've been borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. It's time to get your own John Deere from SunSouth. And SunSouth makes owning a John Deere easy and affordable with financing as low as 0% interest. Right now, you can drive off in a 1-Series tractor with loader starting around $200 a month. But watch out, when you have a John Deere, your friends may start appearing out of nowhere. For quality John Deere equipment, visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires January 31, 2023.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you, and good crowd on hand for a Friday night. Tomorrow night it's going to be busy. Pink the Rink night tomorrow. Specialty pink jerseys worn as the River Dragons honor those who have fought and continue to fight the courageous battle against cancer. Join us here tomorrow night. We look forward to having you here, and we will be broadcasting live, as we always are, from the Harvey Lumber Press Box, 7 o'clock on the pregame show, 7:30 on the puck drop. Puck pinballing in the River Dragons' end off that faceoff, picked up and moved to center. Here's Aldworth up the right side, but they'll fire it around the rim. Ends up on the left wing. On the half wall, kicked at by Krupp. Aldworth ends up high slot, wheeling all the way to the line. Had to give it up. And it's put out to center. Pass there, a little too far in the lead. That one missed. Will it be icing? No. Vanelli has to come back, leave it around right side to Frazier. Vanelli kind of threw a reverse hit there on Sam Merritt. Tried to finish his check on him, and instead Vanelli turned the tables. Chartrand moving it through center. Vanelli finishes his check on Chartrand as he dumps it in. Frazier after it. Chopped off a stick, but Aldworth there to help out. Aldworth wheeling to center, trying to cut through the D. Lost it. Schumacher clears it over to the far wall. Now it's backhanded out. Bouncing puck ends up at center ice. Columbus will regroup at its own end. Vanelli stops. Goes right side to King. King back across, pass well behind Kelly. Martiainen trying to step up with it. Prowlers dump it in. Puck stays in the near side corner. King trying to move it up the wall. Schumacher able to keep for a moment. Ends up at the left half boards, this time off the glass and out there by Frazier. As the puck down, no icing. Nice little touch on that one. Foley will dump it in from center. Port Huron also to the change. Port Huron continuing to frustrate this River Dragons breakout. Rogers has to reverse King, waiting on the near side. At least got it out of the zone, but turned right back in by the Prowlers. Bouncer through the slot, ends up on the near side. Cleared along, hit King in the skates. Now Petrantonio will move it ahead. Left side to Kelly. Kelly. Well, kind of had everybody converge to him, and he just eventually ran out of room instead of the attacking players up with him fanning out. It just kind of thwarted that rush all by itself. Turn back down in behind the Columbus end of things. Here's Rogers, heavily pursued behind the net. Coughed it up at center, thrown right back in by the Prowlers, who again putting in two men aggressively on the forecheck here. The River Dragons have not done well trying to get away from it. Now wraparound attempt, and Colgan with a big save right there as the turnover on the forecheck. Pressure comes from the Prowlers. Now the River Dragons finally able to break it out, and now they have an odd man rush. Here's Heinzner into the slot with a shot, and a save made there by Hofflet. Centered by Heinzner in the rebound, and Hofflet holds on to that one. Colgan has to come up with the biggest save of the game so far for either side, although shots are just two apiece. Face off to the right of Hofflet in the Port Huron Prowlers net. Draw one to the point. Underwood, left side, getting it back on the right. Underwood with a shot off the back of the net. Centering feeders. Jamaev couldn't get a shot away. Now in front, Jamaev, a backhand try. That hit a body. Well, Port Huron doing a nice job collapsing into that shooting lane. Jamaev on the right half wall. Feeds the left point. LaBelle lets it go. Hits shins. LaBelle swings it around from the point. Right back up that left-hand wall it goes. Chartrand trying to clear. LaBelle after it. Banks it back in. And it's backhanded towards the net where Hofflin will cover it up. And he'll hang on. 9:31 gone in this first period. Scoreless so far. Draw will come to the right of Hofflin. And it is one back by the Prowlers. They'll spin it around to the right point, but Vanelli waiting, keeping it in. Now it's banked out. The wedge comes down just inside the River Dragons' blue line. Vanelli onto the right side for Frazier. Here's Wickline. Curls back inside his own zone to feed Vanelli. Krupp now wheeling it. Left side, Vanelli back to Krupp, in over the line, has some help. Krupp in the backhand, up top, Albrecht scores! Jay Krupp drew the defender with him on the left side, put the backhand pass right in front. Nobody picked up Aldworth. Wide open net, and it's 1-0 River Dragons. Now Columbus finally figured out how to get through that neutral zone against Port Huron, and it goes for Aldworth's 11th goal of the year. 10:06 time of the marker. Let's see if they can keep the momentum now. Aldworth back in. He feeds it to Wickline on the left side. Wickline curling up top of it. Here's Rogers. His wrist shot save, and Hofflin holds. That'll get us to our immediate timeout with 9:37 left to go in the first period. Thomas Aldworth has given the River Dragons a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Face it, you've been borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. It's time to get your own John Deere from SunSouth. And SunSouth makes owning a John Deere easy and affordable with financing as low as 0% interest. Right now, you can drive off in a 1-Series tractor with loader starting around $200 a month. But watch out, when you have a John Deere, your friends may start appearing out of nowhere. For quality John Deere equipment, visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires January 31, 2023.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you on Hockey is for Everyone night. Tomorrow's Pink the Rink night. 9:37 left to go on that first period clock. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead. Aldworth with an assist right now only to Krupp. They might add one. I thought perhaps LaBelle might pick one up there, but we'll see if they do tack one on. Shot 6-2 in favor of the River Dragons. Didn't like that face-off. Let's do it again. See if we can get it off this time. We do. Port Huron winning the draw, sending it around. Puck goes out to center where it's handled there. And now here comes Columbus right back in. Petrantonio leading the charge. He'll throw it in right side. Centering feet, backdoor. Oh, it was sent the other way by Wickline. Great thought on the connection there. Unfortunately for the River Dragons, I don't know. Wickline just couldn't get clean lumber on that one. Of course, nobody uses wood sticks anymore. Kept in. There's a shot left pad. Save Hofflin. As the River Dragons really trying to press that offensive advantage. Pass, ooh, that one just past Aldworth, goes on to the zone. Underwood all the way back, chased behind his own net. And he'll lug it ahead, right side, tipped on down, Wickline. Aldworth leaving it back for Wickline, but that was right onto the stick of Dalton J. Left side, back the other way, here's Freeborn into the slot, over, a shot and a left pad save there by Colgan coming to his left. Big stop by Colgan. And, boy, he hasn't had to do a ton here in this first period, but he's done enough. And now, will that be icing? Did they say tipped? No icing. All right. River Dragons able to get the change instead. Vanelli. Onto the right side for King. King back to Vanelli. Vanelli right wing, LaBelle. River Dragons really trying a lot of motion through the neutral zone here to break in. They do. Passer Storjahan was behind him. LaBelle's got to chase the clear. Here's King on the right side. Ahead with the puck tipped in by Storjahan. Hofflin has to come out and play it back up the near side. Off the heel of King's stick. Still not out, though. Kelly able to hold it in. Schumacher will try to left side again. This time it is cleared out to center. Frazier getting it back towards Storjahan. Turned over at center, though. Chartrand onto the right wing. And now pushing it deep and attacking is Frescura. And, whoa, he got labeled in behind the net. A penalty coming up on Columbus for the hit. And Zach Frescura banging his stick on the boards in frustration. Frazio's going to go to the box for the hit here. 7:28 remaining in the penalty, and the referees are talking it over, which is never really a good thing. I didn't think the hit was late. I actually didn't think it was anything overly questionable. But Frazier goes for boarding. And as you hear the crowd applauding as Frescura's up, but not putting any weight on that leg as he is helped to the bench by the trainer and his teammate. Yeah, that left leg, he might have got wrapped up in something or perhaps caught a rut back there as well. Either way, it will indeed give the Prowlers a power play. Boarding the call. So the River Dragons onto the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. Prowlers will possess the puck here. And they also possess the third best power play in the league at 20.6%. River Dragons very good on the kill this year, second at 86.2. Prowlers keep it in. Sent into the corner on the right side. Here's Foley. Foley off the stick of Vanelli. Puck worked up the wall. Held in, however, put down low, and Federle around to the left point, and a kicked away from Schumacher. Ends up with Austin Doe. Doe leaving it off into space, and Jemaeff will send it the rest of the way down. 1:15 to go. The boarding call against Frazier. 1-0 River Dragons. Thomas Aldworth, the goal scorer, his 11th of the year. This is the first power play for either side here tonight. Merritt moving it ahead. Jay feeding it onto the right side. King trying to backhand it onto there. Puck stays in. Petrantonio chasing it behind. On the right side corner, King ends up with Merritt. Puck to the right point, kept in there. Johnson to the left side. Freeborn had it poked away, and now a possible breakaway. Attacking right side. Here's King moving in. Has help, feeds it over, a shot, and that one is put over top of the net. Hoffland was over to his right anyway, but Heinzner couldn't find the rectangle with it. A little bit of live by the sword, die by the sword up top for Port Huron. Long shot in on Colgan. He makes a save, rebound. Picked up and flung the rest of the way down the ice. 8 seconds to go until Frazier is out of jail. That'll do it for the power play. That successful penalty kill is brought to you by Abercrombie Bonding. Now back on the right wing, here's Wickline. Wickline spun down to the ice, puck free. Port Huron right back the other way as we are 5-on-5. That one, an errant pass that goes for icing with 5:08 to go in the first. It's a comfortable 72 degrees here in the Civic Center. If the temperature in your home isn't comfortable, call Air Force Heating and Air. They are the official heating and air provider of the River Dragons. Face off to the left of the Port Huron goal. And the puck pushed all the way out to center. Nice job by Vartiainen to force Aldworth all the way back now into his own end. Loops behind the net. Columbus must break it out and go 200 feet. And the puck tipped into the River Dragons bench area. Did it touch anyone? No, they say play on. Aldworth carrying in left side. He's got some speed. Aldworth wrapping behind the net. Poked off his stick by Minnie. Minnie swings it around right side, but Aldworth is waiting for it. Now here's Krupp wheeling into the slot. Flips it to the left point. LaBelle through traffic. A wrist shot. Hoffland kicks that out to the far glass. Aldworth on the rebound. Left point, LaBelle. LaBelle drags, shoots. Hoffland saves. Sitting in front. Rebound one-handed towards the goal. Krupp a little wide. LaBelle golfs it back towards the corner. Played around to the wall, but still not out. LaBelle stepped down, and now a little pressure coming back from Krupp, but finally Port Huron able to break the zone. They'll try to push up on the left side here. Henning in on goal with a shot. That is held by Colgan. And he'll hang on for the whistle. 4:05 to go in the first. We'll be right back with more River Dragons hockey in just a moment.
Face it, you've been borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. It's time to get your own John Deere from SunSouth. And SunSouth makes owning a John Deere easy and affordable with financing as low as 0% interest. Right now, you can drive off in a 1-Series tractor with loader starting around $200 a month. But watch out, if you have a John Deere, your friends may start appearing out of nowhere. For quality John Deere equipment, visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires January 31, 2023.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Back here in the Harvey Lumber press box, Tom Callahan here with you. 4:05 left to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the Columbus River Dragons. Let's take a break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 for Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
River Dragons with the puck in their own zone. A little trouble clearing off that face-off as it's bouncing around, but somehow they managed to dodge the bullet there and get the puck out to center. Tipped back into the River Dragons end of things here. Columbus on the regroup. They'll try the left side. That pass ends up bouncing right back to center. Sent back in. Let's try it again. This time Frazier will go for a longer bank pass ahead to center. Heitzner hooked up his man, but the puck went free. That's back into the Port Huron end of things. Prowlers trying to move it ahead. Vanelli onto the right wing. Heitzner in over the line. Centering, looking for Jemayev. Put it in his skates. Turned over. Schumacher able to move it ahead. And now pass in the wing. A shot whipped high over top of the net. Around the glass it comes on the near boards. Columbus able to tip it ahead. So Jemayev, Doe, and Heitzner are together to start this one here in the first period. Johnson up on the left side in with a wrist shot. That one wide of the net. Right point Foley holding it in. Odd kick off the dasher. Ends up right in a slot. Colgan had to paddle it away in the turnaround chance here by Chartrand. Kept in by Merritt. His shot hit his own man in front. Rebound to the right point. Minnie swings it over the left to Johnson. Johnson into the left wing corner. Foley centered. Shot save. Colgan rebound in front. Colgan to his left. Another save. Away come the River Dragons. Puck tipped up and offside at the line. 2:24 to go in the first. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Online at oldschoolbarbershoppe.com. You need to line up your sides? Check out Old School Barber Shop. Book online anytime. Wickline in for the draw. In across from Graham. Graham wins it back for Port Huron. Prowlers look to move it through center, but that pass a little too far ends up with Petrantonio. He wanted Wickline. That missed him, and that's an icing call. Passes have not been connecting here in this first period. Both teams have struggled to really make those passes work. .2:12 to go in the opening frame. In our first period intermission, we will be joined by River Dragons captain Josh Petrantonio. We'll get his thoughts on last weekend series against Carolina, what he knows about Christian Pavlas, who's one of the newest River Dragons, a former teammate of his in Carolina with the Thunderbirds in 2019 when they won the Commissioner's Cup Championship. Also ask him what it's like playing defense. So he's been back there for a couple of weeks now. Between the suspensions and the injuries, boy, the River Dragons have been going through a little bit of a rough patch defensively. But the captain has stepped into the void. Port Huron looking to move the puck ahead on the left side. Bartiainen had his stick lifted. Kicked in at the line. Devaney was offside, so he had to let it go. That allows Columbus to regroup. Here's Wickline, tried to thread it through. Graham sent it right back into the Columbus end. Puck deflected to center. Henning on it there, but he coughed it up. Left side, Petrantonio reading the play. Steps up, charging in on the left wing. Knocked into the corner. Petrantonio after it. Banks it around to himself on the right side. Why not? Now he cycles it deep, but it went right past Aldworth. Croup to the left half wall to Aldworth in the corner. Aldworth tries to spin away, but is knocked off the puck. Wickline over there, tied up with Graham. 1:08 to go in the period. Down for the right point, looking to hold is Underwood. He does. Back into the corner it goes. This time Henning's got a moment. Vartiainen trying to get it out. Underwood, nice job to hold it in. Columbus, however, is entirely peeled out of the zone and gone for the change here, so no more pressure there to keep it in. That allows skating through center, left side. Schumacher has a slide through a check. Diving, got the puck in front. Difficult save for Colgan, but he caught it and holds. Boy, Schumacher got a lot on that for diving at it. And it really forced Colgan to be sharp. Face-off will be to Colgan's right. Puck one back. LaBelle with a quick little flick. Sends it down the ice, but that'll be icing. Kelly tried to beat it out. Could not. 36.9 to go here in the first. The Sun-South John Deere first period is seen both teams with their chances, but Colgan has been equal to the task, and Thomas Alworth able to break through for the River Dragons. That's how we got to where we are now. Face off to the left of Colgan, tied up to the far side corner. Foley on it into the slot, and Dalton Jay tried a shot that was fronted and blocked. Nice job there by Underwood. Storjahan on it, tries the far side, 20 seconds to go. Can the River Dragons make a rush out of this? No, they turned it over at center. Back in is Freeborn. Freeborn into the slot, a shot and a stick save there by Colgan. As the puck still not out on the near side. 7 seconds. Columbus finally able to clear the zone. They do get it to center. That'll pretty much do it for the period as it's bombed back in at the horn. And so we've got 20 minutes in the books here at the Columbus Civic Center. And the River Dragons off with a 1-0 lead. Shots, at least right now on the scoreboard, reading 8-7. And it was a pretty close first period. Pretty well contested both ways. And I think Port Huron really did a good job and deserves credit for doing as much jamming up of the neutral zone as they were, and really hemming at times the River Dragons, especially early on in their zone. But Columbus was able to get a little bit of misdirection going, and I think that loosened things up, and Port Huron maybe tried to stick to their lanes, just couldn't as much. And so the River Dragons do break through. They get their one goal in the period from Thomas Alworth. And we'll tell you about that. We'll jump inside the numbers. We'll take a look at all that. Plus, we've got a Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard coming up for you as well. You're going to want to stay tuned next because it's our chat with the captain, Josh Petrantonio. Time for the Chick-fil-A first intermission report. 1-0 River Dragons after one period of play. We're back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on, Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Chattahoochee Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote or go online to tuffystowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Welcome back in the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. We're joined by Captain Josh Petrantonio. And Petro, thanks for joining us here. I want to start off with last weekend. You finally get over the hump there against Carolina, get that victory. What did that feel like?
Yeah, you know what? I thought we played a really good team game on Friday and just unfortunately didn't get the right bounces. But to get that win and cap off the 2 weekends on a positive note, moving into next weekend was good for us moving forward.
And so heading into this weekend now, Port Huron returns. Really no secrets with these guys. We've seen them a couple of times, but what do you expect from the Prowlers this evening?
Yeah, you know what? Getting a little deeper in the season, everyone's going to have their skills refined a little bit, so they're going to be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit better, a little bit sharper, and it's going to be a good game this week, or a good couple games this weekend.
You pick up Christian Pavlas, and I wanted to ask you about him because you guys were teammates. 2019, you won a championship together along with Jake Krupp. What kind of goaltender is he?
He's a big guy, very athletic. Great locker room guy. We're really excited to have him here, and hopefully he can help Ty and Colgs there carry the load.
Did it help that he knew you guys coming into the situation a little bit, you and Kruppy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always tough moving mid-season, going to new teams. So if you got a couple guys, it makes the move a little bit more comfortable and a lot easier on the guys.
You've been playing some defense back there. How are you finding it?
You know what? I mean, it's not bad. I'm just kind of helping out where I can. I know we've got some suspensions and some injuries on the back end. So just told coach, throw me wherever you need me and I'll do my best.
Well, that's why you got that Captain C on your jersey, right?
I guess so.
There you go. A little lead by example as well back there. And just finally, Josh, looking at the season as a whole and where this team is right now, Boomer always said in the beginning of the year, a couple of months, we really don't put it together until Christmas. This team put it together a little earlier. But now what's the challenge for you down the stretch?
I mean, we're our own worst enemy. We're the only ones holding ourselves back. So we need to just refine everything in practice and battle hard in practice and be ready to go on game nights and just keep rolling from here on out.
Petro, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Back with more of the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report in just a moment.
Service located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and thunderbirds.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
And we are back here in the Chick-fil-A First Period Intermission Report. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you so much for joining me as the River Dragons and the Prowlers, first of two on this weekend set. Here tonight, Hockey is for Everyone night. Tomorrow night, Pink the Rink, as we honor those who have fought and continue to fight against cancer. And we look forward to that game, and especially pink jerseys for the River Dragons tomorrow as well. Those will be auctioned off all the way until following the contest. I believe the auction ends at midnight following the game, and they'll be auctioned off online. Of course, if you're coming to the game, there's always the jersey off the back auction that we do here in the building. And if you are coming down to the game and you want to get some of that special pink merchandise, I would direct you, because it's selling quickly, to go to rdragonsmerch.com, rdragonsmerch.com, and place your order tonight. I see a pretty good amount of pink stuff being worn here in the crowd tonight. It is on sale tonight. It's actually been on sale this week since it came into stock, and we don't expect it to last. I know the tie-dyed sweatshirt has already sold out. That one went very quickly. But if you're interested in something, my advice is order it online, and you can probably pick it up at the game tomorrow on your way down here, but just make sure you get that order in as quickly as you can. All right, let's take a look at the scoring from that first period, and inside the numbers we go. Only one goal to tell you about in the first period, and that one coming just after the halfway mark as Thomas Aldworth ends up netting his 11th of the year. And you can see here as the puck comes through center, Aldworth and Krupp, nice play here by Krupp, driving wide, carries the D with him, and Aldworth is able to slide in behind that third man back. Couldn't catch up to him, and because Krupp draws the D over with him, when that backhand pass comes up top, Aldworth is in behind him, able to put it home for the goal. Paul Frasio, the other assist on the goal at 10:04 of the first period, and it's 1-0 Columbus, which is where it would stay that period. And again, a nice job by Krupp, just pulling that defender with him, and then Aldworth going straight to the net. Stick down, keep your stick down on the ice, kids. That's how you score goals. He's able to just shovel that one right in there. Only goal of the period to tell you about. Shots do finish 8-7 in favor of the River Dragons, and only one power play in that first period. Frasio got nailed for boarding, and the River Dragons do kill that one off. So couple of numbers for you, little factoids, is that this year when the River Dragons score first, they are 19-2-0 on the season and 17-1-0 when leading after that first period of play. So those all bode well for Columbus so far in this one. And again, great to see that line getting on the board for the River Dragons. Aldworth, I know, has missed a little bit of time for various reasons lately, but always good to see him get the scoring touch going. And Jake Krupp, now the proud owner of a 3-game point streak, as he contributes an assist on that goal. River Dragons up to that 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at the Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. In the FPHL tonight, we have Danbury and Binghamton scoreless halfway through the second period of that game now. Motor City's jumped out to a 2-0 lead after one period of play on the Watertown Wolves. Mississippi and Carolina are scoreless, and that one is headed towards the end of the first period. Elmira with a 2-0 lead over the Delaware Thunder. Look out, the Elmira Mammoth have won 5 in a row. Looking to make it 6 here tonight, and already out to a healthy lead there. In the National Hockey League, fairly busy for a Friday night. You've got the Islanders with a 1-0 lead in the second over the Red Wings. 2-0 Kings on top of the Panthers in the second. Leafs and Senators tied at 2 in the second period of that one. Sharks and Hurricanes tied up at 1 midway through the second period there. Rangers out to a 2-1 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. Chris Kreider hitting the 20-goal plateau. Coming up later on tonight at 8:30 Eastern, you've got doubles at Stars. Then at 10, you've got Flames at Kraken, Blue Jackets at Canucks. That's it for our Zelmo's Zip In Out-of-Town scoreboard here in the Chick-fil-A first period intermission report. And want to let everybody know there's a couple events coming up here at the Civic Center, including Monster Trucks, February 11th. 2 big shows coming up. There's VIP passes and packages available for that one where you can meet the drivers, see the trucks up close at a pre-event pit party. Those tickets are on sale now. For more information, visit monstertrucktour.com, or you can head on over to the Civic Center and pick up tickets for that one as well. So, man, when I was a kid, I loved the monster truck shows. They're so much fun. So if you've never been to one, what are you doing, first of all? But second of all, especially if you have kids, bring earplugs. I will say that. Earplugs are probably a good thing, or some sort of sound protection for those young ears. But, man, it's just so much fun. So much fun to watch, and looking forward to that. Unfortunately, we will not be here for that show, I don't think. I think we're traveling at that point, so, oh well, you know. Apparently this job entails that I work nights and weekends and other duties as assigned. 1-0 River Dragons up on the board here on Prowlers after 1 period of play. That's it for our Chick-fil-A first intermission report. When we come back, second period action on the other side. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Hey guys, this is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm.
It's Rick Willis of the Mike Costello Law Firm.
Did you know that car accidents are the #1 case of injuries in the U.S.? So if you find yourself in a car wreck,
call or text me at 844-GET-MIKE or visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com.
Do yourself a favor and I hope that you learn. Been in the wreck, call a Mike Costello Law Firm.
So if you've been injured, please give us a call.
Let's have a conversation.
Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com. or call 706-324-6661.
And welcome back here to the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you so much for joining us here. And as we get ready to go for second period action in just a little bit, we've got a clean sheet of ice out there, so the teams will be returning to it momentarily. Try to keep an eye on whether or not Zach Fresquera gets back out there for Port Huron. He left after taking a hit from Paul Frazier in the first and had to be helped off the ice, was not putting any weight on his leg, and we'll see if he does come back at any point in this hockey game. So if not, Port Huron will be shorthanded a man. And you never know. Sometimes, guys, the initial reaction, something really hurts. And then, it gets a chance to calm down. Sometimes you get that stinger where you get immediate pain, but then it kind of calms down a little bit and you're able to continue. And so as Port Huron does take to the ice, we'll keep an eye out for number 14, Zach Frescura, to see if he comes back. The River Dragons waiting for netminder Brendan Colgan to lead them out onto the ice. He hasn't appeared in the tunnel yet. Speaking as a goaltender myself, I always think it's funny that a team makes the guy with the most pads on and the widest guy kind of waddle through an entire line of them just to get to the door to get out there onto the ice. And a bunch of River Dragons tapping sticks with the fans in the corner as they get ready to go here. And there's Colgan making his appearance finally in the corner of the door. River Dragons back out there onto the ice finally to take their quick warm-up. And right now I think I'm only counting 14 Port Huron skaters. Actually, 13. Boy, they are really short-handed if that's the case. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that Frescura did not make it back out onto the bench. I didn't see him. And you're allowed 16. We are back underway here as the puck is dumped back in by the River Dragons to start period number 2, although sent right back out. And now again dumped back in. This is kind of the way the first period started, this little bit of pitch and catch, the back and forth. As we open things up here, Aldworth has to chase behind his own net. He'll reverse it around the rim. Port Huron was very aggressive on the forecheck to open the game. Let's see if they try to go back to that here. And chased down to center. Federling. Send it back the other way. The second period is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Petrantonio on the left side. Looking to move it ahead, and here's Wickline attacking. Aldworth on the wing, and with a shot, and that's gobbled up by Hoffland. Wickline put it over to Aldworth, who had speed on that left side, but driving that left wing, Aldworth, who's a right-hand shot, was on his backhand, and he did pull it to the forehand. Try to change the angle there, but Hoffland was aggressive on that angle. Knew that shot was coming. Face off, back to the point. LaBelle feeds onto the left half wall. Here's King. Storjahan in the corner, left side. Storjahan trying to work it around. It ends up in the slot, taken away by Port Huron, bouncing towards the line. Out it goes. On the left side, Freeborn try to pop it in space. LaBelle cleared it out. Jay steps back in right side with a shot in. Colgan fights it off with the shoulder. Rebound to the corner. Near side is played around to Kelly. Kelly onto the right wing. LaBelle to center. Backhands it along. Storjahan off his skates. Wheels in. Has help coming. King in the slot. A shot. He missed the net. Rebound behind. Storjahan trying to play it over. It's cleared towards the point. Nobody there. Out it goes. Kelly will recover inside his own line. Tipped down by LaBelle. No icing. Storjahan up on the forecheck. Puck played to the corner. Storjahan immediately on it. Tried to send it in front. Kelly was lurking, but couldn't get it through, and it's cleared out. Frasio turning it back. Heinzer with it. Waits out Jay. Now moves it ahead. Storjahan at the line. Cuts in offside with Doe. So the whistle, 2:06 into the second period, and that offside is brought to you by Old School Barbershop. Online at oldschoolbarbershOPPE.com. Book online anytime. Plus, you can book 24/7 through their Instagram or their Facebook. I need to get back over there. Got to set myself up a visit with Sherry and her talented staff. Jemayev working on the right side, coughed it up on the wall. Vartiainen had it taken away by Frazier, but the puck stays in, though, thanks to the efforts there from Devaney. Now it's cleared out by the River Dragons. Devaney will put it in from center. Colgan back to the near corner. Vanelli fan on a clear. Vartiainen tying him up. Around it goes to the far side, and finally Columbus able to at least get it to center. Here's Doe. Doe working the left wing as Jemayev going to the net. Doe looking for help in front. Jemayev scores! Austin Doe kept the play alive long enough on the left wing side as he worked down the left wing into the corner. And for whatever reason, the Port Huron defense kind of released him over there. And as he was in the corner, able to center, Jemayev, meanwhile on the right side, worked his way free from the back check and was open in front for the goal. 2:55 time of the marker, and the River Dragons have a 2-0 lead. Here they come again. The River Dragons in with a chance, bouncing on goal. Oh boy, Krupp's shot almost tumbled its way into the net. Cleared hastily out to center by Port Huron. Johnson around after it for Jemayev. That's his 9th of the year. Tied up in behind the net. Johnson sitting on one of the River Dragons back there. Now the puck is free. That was Aldworth, who was playing the role of the seat. And now, puck is iced and in behind the play. We have a little chatting going on as Johnson cross-checks Aldworth. Aldworth rips the stick out of his hands, throws it away into the corner, and that's going to bring the ire of Gino Mini. And here we go, a little bit of hugging in behind the play. Krupp goes over to intercept one of the Port Huron players. All of that started from when Johnson was using Aldworth as a seat back in behind the Prowlers net. And out of all of this, of course, as it has all season long, it results with the River Dragons being shorthanded. I might feel bad saying something like that ordinarily. I always try to give everybody, including the referees, the benefit of the doubt, but I just have too much video evidence that whenever there is a 50-50 chance for a call in the game, I'm going to go ahead and say 80% of the time, and that might be underselling it. It goes against the River Dragons. I guess it's the curse of being good. Prowlers are going to move it up the left side. And they're going to work in. There's a shot and a left pad save by Colgan. Rebound is kept in now up to the right point. Vartiainen on it. Vartiainen just holding on the right side. Into the right wing corner. Gets it back in the half wall. Try to float it up top. Kelly blocked the pass. Now a chance ahead for Kelly. He's in behind to the right side. He's got room. Storjahan moving in. Kelly waits. Storjahan feeds shot. And what a stop there by Hoffland. Storjahan quickly went for the tip, directed it on goal, but Hoffland read it perfectly. Big time, shorthanded, stopped by Noah Hoffland. By the way, Aldworth got unsportsmanlike. It is the second First Franklin Financial penalty kill of the game for the River Dragons. First Franklin Financial personal loans at the speed of life. They actually have a pretty good scoring opportunity out of it. Here's Graham moving it the other way. Pass was in behind Merritt, and it's pounded back down by Columbus. 55 seconds to go in the unsportsmanlike call against Aldworth. Johnson to the line, gets it over to Merritt, but he is knocked off the puck. Heinzner can't clear, though. Stays in, here's Graham with a wrister and a blocker save, rebound into the netting. And then Johnson knocked down behind the play. As the puck goes out, we get a whistle, time for a break. 5:10 to go in the second. 2-0 Columbus in the lead. 42 seconds left to go in the power play for Port Huron. When we return, this is River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
What's up, Columbus, Phoenix City, and all the bi-state area? This is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. Once we take on a borrowing case, it's not just about law. It is our duty to provide and to give that client the best possible experience. If you think you need us, call or text us. We got you. Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901, 762-221-5616.
Time for your mind, so it locks and loads.
Back here in the Kinetic Credit Union second period, Tom Callahan broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber press box. 42 seconds to go on the penalty against Aldworth for unsportsmanlike conduct. The River Dragons and Air Force Heating and Air want to express our gratitude to our servicemen and women currently defending our freedom, and of course, our veterans. Thank you for your service. And you will notice that the River Dragons wearing red on Friday nights. Also as a salute to our servicemen and women. There's a centering feed. Oh, big save by Colgan right in front on Merritt. Merritt was all by himself on the doorstep. Colgan shut him down. There's a shot coming in, and Colgan a glove save. Nice stop on that sequence right there. So we're getting a little testy out there. I will say that. And again, Port Huron is running a little short on that bench. They've only got 13 skaters dressed tonight. Well, they started with 14. It looks like they lost, or presumably, Zach Frescura. I don't know for sure, but I didn't see him out there. So, not sure if he is going to return in this hockey game, but he did not to start this period. And now Graham got a stick up high on the far side, and the penalty call. Rogers is a little upset, and I don't blame him because there was no penalty coming until Graham went down. I don't know if it was just a late reaction or what exactly happened there. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for 1 second until Aldworth gets out. And Rogers, I am assuming, picked up high sticking here. And I don't know if it'll be 2 or 4 minutes. We'll find out in a moment. Four. So the Prowlers will stay on the power play. The First Franklin Financial penalty kill continues. So this is a big draw because it's 5-on-3 for only 1 second. But with a draw win, that's enough time for Port Huron to set up before the speedy Aldworth can get back into play. Meanwhile, if Columbus wins a face-off, which will be taken by Cody Wickline, if they clear it down, that's a huge bonus. Set up on the dot, controlled by Port Huron, but Aldworth is at least out of the box. Now a chance in front is missed on the redirect there for Foley. Once again to 5-on-4. Now Aldworth pushing up the left side, looking for a shorthanded chance. And he is beaten to it by Schumacher, but not by much. Really held up on the forecheck there. Now Aldworth will be able to get to the bench. So the double minor for high sticking against Rogers comes at 5:32. So this is technically the third power play for Port Huron in the game. Even untechnically, it's the third power play. Puck up top, Federle with a shot fought off by the bit of Colgan. Jammed around the dasher, down it goes. 3:10 to go in the double minor for High, sticking against Cody Rogers. 2-0 River Dragons. Tipped in by Foley. Colgan out to play it. He'll feed it to LaBelle. LaBelle has time, finds a seam, gets it down as we approach 7 minutes into the second period. Out the right side. Freeborn leaving it off into space. And pushed ahead on the wall. Here's Johnson into the slot. Left off for absolutely nobody. Storjahan up with it. Instead of clearing, he tried to go cross ice, but Dalton J blocked the pass. Turned over to Kelly. Kelly will feed it down. Prowlers on the regroup here. Graham challenged at center. Leaves it off. Left side Johnson. Moving it in over the line, Jay. Jay to the right wing. Merritt had it banked behind him. Now turned ahead and a breakaway. Here's Kelly. Jay can't catch him. Kelly moving it forehand. And it's tipped out and hit the glass. Kelly was spilled down to the ice there. No call going the other way. Here comes Port Huron up the right side. Freeborn golfed away from him in the backhand. Now another chance. 2-on-1 developing. Kelly moving in. Slot. Storjahan. Kelly scores! Short-handed goal from the Columbus River Dragons. Port Huron had numbers twice. Twice they turned the puck over, and it resulted in rushes the other way. This time, the River Dragons able to put it away. That is the 7th short-handed goal of the year for the River Dragons. Kelly from Storjahan. 8:03 time of the goal. Penalty kill continues, though, as the Prowlers trying to maybe get a little bit of this momentum back. There's a shot in. That one is tipped away to the corner. Frazier trying to move it out of there. I think maybe LaBelle should have picked up the assist on that one. King to the line, not out, kept in by Port Huron over Martian, and rockets one wide. Now Schumacher with a shot. That one ends up behind the goal, chipped up the glass, and away to center. Well, did it get over the line? No, it stayed in. Chance down low for Port Huron in front. Federle couldn't come up with it, and it's knocked down and out of the zone. 1 minute now, another penalty coming up against the River Dragons. King ends up with a high sticking call. Oh, Columbus can't help itself. I think they're going to call this one slashing. So 5-on-3 for Port Huron for 55 seconds. Oh, man. This is just, at some point, I know it's an aggressive game. I know sometimes you feel like somebody took advantage of you, but you got to take a number, get them back. Slashing against King, 8:57. And sometimes in the moment, you have to take a whack. Your team's up 3-0. River Dragons send it down. The 5-on-3 continues. Doe is out up on the forecheck. He's out there with LaBelle and Petrantonio. The first Franklin Financial penalty kill has been a busy one tonight for the River Dragons. Freeborn in over the line right side to Graham, back to Freeborn, a bouncing puck. Nice stick by LaBelle to disrupt that one. Here's Merritt leaving it off into the corner. Graham, LaBelle draped on him, feeds the right point. Johnson over to the left side. There's a shot. Cole gonna go off, save, and he hangs on. Freeborn walked in, he had some room, but just nothing creative with that shot. Just tried to beat Colgan Glove, and he couldn't. Face off will be to the right of Colgan. 5-on-3 for another 6 seconds. Then Cody Rogers is out of the box. Draw one and cleared out to center by the River Dragons. And as Port Huron tries to push back in quickly, Rogers out of the box. So now Port Huron 0 for 4 with a man advantage. There's a shot in. Colgan save. Rebound, and Vartiana missed the net again. That's twice he's been open on that near side and just missed the cage entirely. Down to the left point. Schumacher with a shot in, tipped wide. LaBelle on it. Looking to backhand it ahead. Bouncing puck, tipped ahead to center. River Dragons able to clear. Now pushing up the left side is Wickline, wrapping his man up on the wall. Turn back for Federle. Federle chips it to himself in the right side corner. He'll tie up with Frazier. Petrantonio after it. He's got a seam. Gets it around to the right side. Puck to the line and does get out. Petrantonio back after it. Good second effort. He's able to get it at least to center. Foley back in now for Port Huron. Sends it around the glass. Federle behind the net. Frazier on it. Looking for a seam. Bounced it off an arm and out. Johnson tried to glove it down quickly but couldn't. Cranked around the glass and turned over. Here's Aldworth in the slot. Tried to feed it through. Could not. But the River Dragons have killed everything off. Yet another Abercrombie Bonding successful penalty kill. 0 for 5 for Port Huron on the power play. The River Dragons, in case you're scoring at home, have not had one yet. Left side, here's a chance in on goal and a save there by Colgan. Little flyby from Johnson after the shot, but that's all that develops out of that. 8:40 to go in the second period. 3-0 River Dragons. We'll be right back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. 8:40 to go, and the River Dragons have just gotten through a stretch of killing off 4 consecutive power plays against. And a little more than a minute chunk of that was a 5-on-3. Face-off will come to the right of the River Dragons goal. 3-0. Columbus has the lead. And right now, River Dragons coach Jerome Bichard has the ear of one of the officials. The man they call Boom Boom, let me tell you, he was good at having the ear of just about everybody when he played this game. So I don't think that any of that has changed now that he's behind the bench. Puck is kept in by Port Huron off the face-off. And now it's punched to center and away come the River Dragons, led by King. King, left side, little delay, feeds to Kelly. Backdoor, Storjahan. Oh, the puck was up in the air. Pardon me, that was Vanelli. Couldn't knock it down. The saucer pass idea was there, but unfortunately just couldn't come to fruition. And now bounce to the other way. Now Port Huron's got some numbers moving in. A feed, and Storjahan with a nice job on the back check. Now Kelly's open. Trying to direct traffic. Storjahan pushing ahead. Left side, he's got room. Wheels into the slot. To the backhand. Puck chopped off his stick to the corner. Cleared away to center. And Columbus will toss it back in. They'll also change up the lines here. Both teams, as a matter of fact, going to change up the personnel. Port Huron skips one in off the glass. Chased down right side by Vartiainen. Underwood trying to take it away from him. Does. Slips it up the far side. Dasher. Heitzner. Moving it ahead to Jemaev. Jemaev weaving to the right wing. Heitzner going to the net. And the pass returned by Jemaev a little too far for Heitzner. Kept in by LaBelle. Zings it over to the far side. But Port Huron able to move that one away. Graham chopped away from him. Nice job by Underwood getting back there. Now Doe up the left side. He'll carry it wide. Drive around the D. Doe to the back and in front. And that one off a skate goes into the corner. Then to the point. Underwood over to LaBelle. Left side. LaBelle, a wrist shot and a glove save. Puck held by Hoffland. Nice puck movement by the River Dragons there. In the offensive zone. Quickly around from that far corner to the near point. LaBelle able to get it on net, was looking for a tip, had a little bit of traffic there in front, but Hoffland able to catch. Wickline in for the face-off. He's going to try to pull it short right to Aldworth, who waits at the top of the circle. Got it across. Aldworth chasing. Bartiana will get there first. Got it to center. Underwood dumping it back in. River Dragons must tag up. Group up on the forecheck. Schumacher in the near corner. Wickline left side. It slid around. Aldworth letting it go to the right point. Underwood with a shot. Save Hoffland. No rebound as he's able to trap that one and hold. So the River Dragons finally getting back to a little 5-on-5 hockey. Are now able to get some offensive opportunities going here. And they will leave Wickline, Krupp, Aldworth out there. Aldworth had the first goal of the game for the River Dragons. Krupp tried to feed it to the point, steered out between the D. Petrantonio dumping it back in. Here's Devaney up the right side. Petrantonio gloving it down in his own end, turning it back for Columbus. Rogers has to chase the puck. He'll leave it to Petrantonio. Backs up on the right side, flips one high in the air out to center. And now back, Prowlers, right side, Devaney in over the line. Bounced away from him, jammed off the dasher, and back down it goes. No icing here. Port Huron chasing into their own zone. Now it's out to center. Devaney will carry in left side, has to stop, wait for some help, feeds it well behind Gino Mini. Mini recovers off the dasher, sends it down low. Around it goes to the far side. Devaney for Foley behind the net, over his stick. Off the glass and out for the River Dragons. Will this have enough for icing? Indeed it will. So Henning back for the touch. 5:50 left to go in the second period. River Dragons still leading at 3-0. Aldworth in the first, Jemaev and Kelly here in the second. By the way, for Jacob Kelly, that's goal number 26 on the year. And he is right up there among the league leaders. As we told you earlier on, boy, what an impressive season he's been having. River Dragons trying to control that draw on their own end. Puck towards the line, now it's out. And here's a race up the right side. Aldworth in with a shot. Shoulder save, Hoffland. Around to the left side is Krupp. He'll jam it into the corner. Wickline trying to get there. Played off of Krupp, and ahead it goes. Port Huron to center. Schumacher turned aside. Puck ends up back at center. Dumped back in by Dalton J. Columbus trying to regroup quickly here. Krupp pass to center. Here's King moving in with Storjahan, leaves it for him. Storjahan looking for help. Wrister through traffic. Left pad save Hoffland. Jay now at center, sweeping it ahead, but trying to get a change on at the same time, and that forces a turnover. Now stepping ahead, Kelly almost picked a pocket there. Instead, Port Huron able to recover. There's Freeborn up the right side. Cross ice feed. Graham down low. Wanted Devaney on the back door. Couldn't connect. Puck is tipped high in the air. Comes down to the River Dragons line. Vanelli put a boot to it. Kept it from getting any deeper. Storjahan wheels back to help. He'll curl to the right side. Feed it left wing to Kelly. Kelly moving in. Storjahan back to head off the dasher. Storjahan stops in the right half wall. Has Kelly in the high slot. Was hooked up. Couldn't get the puck to him. Vanelli, left side, Kelly. Kelly, right side, works his way back to the left, tried to swing through the D, couldn't do it. Kelly thought he had one move left in him, but the Port Huron defense pinched him off and took away the puck. Graham moving it ahead at center, turned right back the other way by the River Dragons D. Here's Doe. He's got Jemaev. Doe Looking left wing to Jemayev. In off angle chance. Hofflin the save, and he'll hang on to it in the pads. 3-0 River Dragons in the lead. 3:46 to go here in the second period. We'll be right back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
3:46 to go in the Kinetic Credit Union second period. Tom Callahan with you, broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber press box. Face-off coming up to the right of the Port Huron Prowlers net. 3-0 River Dragons. Aldworth in the first. And then Jemayev and Kelly here in the second. Kelly's 26th goal of the year ties him for the league lead in goals, along with Gus Ford from Carolina. Off the draw, the win is to Doe, but his shot was blocked by traffic. Now it's turned over. Doe feeds it over to the far side. Heitzner's shot is golfed to the glass there. Might have caught a stick blade on the way through. Jemayev cycling it off to Doe on the left side. Doe, Jemayev looking in front. Jemayev a shot. Puck up in the air. Rebound in the slot is kicked away by Hennig to the corner. Jemayev trying to keep it in on that right side, but Port Huron out to center with it. Underwood chasing it back into his own zone, tied up in the corner. And a centering attempt by Chartrand doesn't get through. Here's Jemayev. Lost it. Puck on the right side is Merritt. Oh, he just missed that check from LaBelle. Stepped through it just in time. Foley tried to center. That shot is ripped around the glass. Odd bounce off a stanchion, but Columbus can't take advantage. Now this time LaBelle does get the shoulder into Merritt. Bouncing puck right through the crease. That missed everybody. Cleared around by Underwood. Merritt is slow to get off the ice after he took that hit. He's just trying to navigate his way off here. And is a play offside? We got a whistle at the blue line, but no, Port Huron's picking up a penalty. I did not see that one. High sticking, the call against Schumacher. So the River Dragons find their first power play of the night, coming with 2:37 to go in the second period. So under the Georgia power play they go. 17:23 time of the high sticking call. It is only a 2-minute variety. River Dragons go to work setting it up here. The power play has been struggling as of late, falling all the way down here to 8th in the league at 15%. Benelli at the left point with it. Left half wall to Aldworth, side of the net, back towards Aldworth. They'll have to play it quickly, left point Benelli. Benelli with a drive through traffic. Hofflin saved, big rebound in front, is cleared to the line. Benelli tried to kick it back in. Port Huron pushing the other way. Graham ahead, a little too far for Jay. He'll head off the ice. Port Huron's penalty kill 79%. That is 9th out of 10 teams in the FPHL. River Dragons have been dealing with some injuries. Guys in and out of the lineup, some suspensions. Here's Vanelli with a one-time to the point. Rebound sitting free, and that is cleared out. Roy Hofflin, who we haven't seen give up much in the way of rebounds in this game, has given up 2 juicy ones here. 54 seconds to go on the man advantage as Columbus regroups. 1:25 and counting to go in this second period. 3-0 River Dragons in the lead. On the left wing side, here's Kelly working it in, feeding the high slot. It was behind Underwood. LaBelle on the right side. Getting it back around Kelly all the way to the right point. Onto the right half wall. Storjahan cross-ice feed. Cut off in the slot by Foley and cleared. But the River Dragons are trying to get Port Huron to open up that penalty-killing box to get that cross-ice seam pass, and they just can't do it right now. Storjahan wheels it back in. 13 seconds of the man advantage. Puck side of the net. In front of shot. What a save. Right pad by Hoffland. Point blank on Kelly. Storjahan try to feed it towards King. Got it back now up to the point. LaBelle through traffic. A shot and a glove save. Hoffland just as the power play expires. 35.5 seconds ago in the second period. Let's take a break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKC and HD2 Fort Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center, 3-0. River Dragons in the lead. Puck one to the side of the net. Columbus will keep it in the zone, however, as the Prowlers cannot clear. Here's Dalton Jay on the right side. He does get it out. Ahead to Foley. Foley will tip it in. Around behind the net, backhanded away by Colgan. Now it's flipped high in the air, and it comes down at center. Jay can't advance it. Jemaev turning it the other way to Doe. Doe right side, 3 seconds. Will he shoot? Tried to center. Heitzner was knocked off the puck. That'll do it for the period. River Dragons pick up 2 more in the second period, and they stretch a 1-0 lead out to 3-0, 40 minutes into it. They're unable to capitalize on the lone power play chance they saw, but really that second period, the penalty kill was so important. 5 penalty kills in the game now for the River Dragons. Port Huron 0 for 5 with the man advantage. And that's one of the biggest stories of this game so far. Shots right now listed as 23 for the River Dragons, 14 for the Prowlers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we have our Shred Away second period intermission report. We've got our Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard, a look inside what's going on in and around the league, and a whole lot more coming your way, so stick around. We shall return with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us. Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Hello to all you River Dragons fans out there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Kincaid with a look at your forecast. If you're heading out tonight after the game, make sure you've got the jackets ready. Temperatures falling through the 30s with a few clouds out there. We don't expect any rain or snow for that matter tonight. For your Saturday, we'll start things off with temperatures at or below freezing in many spots, but a mostly sunny sky. Clouds increasing as we get through the day. We do expect things to stay dry all the way through the first part of your weekend. Highs on Saturday in the upper 50s to low 60s. Dry weather is going to continue all the way through Saturday night, so there won't be any issues if you're heading back to the Civic Center for Game 2 against Port Huron. Breaking down Sunday, we expect things to start off dry and cloudy. Temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. Rain returns late in the day on Sunday, with rain becoming likely as we get into the nighttime hours and early Monday morning. Bottom line, if you're out late Sunday or early Monday, make sure you've got the umbrella with you. You can keep track of the rain via that free WTVM weather app, and we'll be back on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Shredaway Second Intermission Report. I'm Tom Callahan. Thank you so much for joining me here. 40 minutes into it, we've got a 3-0 lead. If you're a River Dragons fan, well, if you're a Prowlers fan, one, you're probably watching the wrong broadcast, but number two, you're trailing at this point 3-0. And for the River Dragons, they got one in the first, and Port Huron started the game by doing a very good job on the forecheck, tying up the River Dragons, and really keeping Columbus from accomplishing its mission of putting pucks in deep, winning those forecheck battles, and being able to be aggressive. It took a little while, but eventually that system broke down, and the River Dragons did come through and scored to make it 1-0 after 20 minutes. Well, in the second period, a little bit different story. It seemed like it was going to start that way, but then a parade to the penalty box for the River Dragons, and they were shorthanded 4 times in that period, including a stretch of about a minute of 5-on-3, but they were able to kill it off. The River Dragons penalty kill has been excellent all season long, and it was tremendous in that second period. It allowed them to get through that first half, really, of the second period and move on to a situation where they could then go back to putting pressure on Port Huron, and they end up netting a couple of goals at that point. So really the story of the game so far, the penalty kill has been tremendous. Brendan Colgan, by the way, looks like he's back to his old tricks, having a tremendous game out there tonight for the River Dragons. But also the fact that Columbus, I think, once they got through that barrage of penalties, knew that they needed to turn it back up and get the momentum back going their way, and they did. And that was the important part for Columbus. They battled back and seized the game once they had a chance to take advantage of it again. They drew a late power play, were unable to score on it, but right now for the River Dragons, the second period was everything they needed to do. They killed off all the penalties. They stayed strong. They were getting pucks deeper than against the Port Huron Prowlers, who look like they might be getting a little shorthanded on the bench there. And the River Dragons need to take advantage of that. There's no shame in saying that, hey, if you're Columbus, you've got a full lineup, you're able to put that pressure on the Prowlers. You need to win these hockey games. And so they need to keep doing that here in the third period once we come back as well. Let's take a quick break here in our Shredaway second period intermission report. When we come back, this Elmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard's on the way. Plus, we'll take a look inside the numbers and recap the scoring for you. All that and more coming back in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Feel your heart beating right out of your chest.
Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you in the Shredaway Second Intermission Report. Thank you so much for joining us. Broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box. River Dragons hockey is brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In is the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official heating and air company of the Columbus River Dragons. And Wade Cleaners, the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. So as we take a look back at the second period, actually let's do the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard first. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. In the FPHL, everybody's in action tonight, and right now Binghamton has gotten out to a 5-2 lead over the Danbury Hat Tricks. That one is about midway through the third period. Meanwhile, Motor City has seen Watertown cut the lead in half, went from 2-0 to 2-1 now as Watertown on the board after 2 periods of play there. Carolina is up 2-1 on the Mississippi Seawolves, and that one has about 4 minutes to go in the second period. Elmira still leading the Delaware Thunder after 2 periods of play. That's a 2-1 score, and Elmira trying to make it 6 in a row if they can pick up a win tonight against Delaware. In the National Hockey League, games going on right now. You've got the Islanders with a 2-0 lead over the Red Wings. That's halfway home in the third. Just into the third, the Kings have a 3-2 lead on the Florida Panthers. Senators now up 5-2 on the Maple Leafs, just starting the third period of that one. Sharks and Hurricanes tied up at 2. That is halfway through the third period. Rangers with a 2-1 lead on the Vegas Golden Knights. That one is in the third period as well. Towards the end of the first period, the Dallas Stars have opened up a 2-0 lead on the New Jersey Devils. And then coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you've got Flames at the Kraken, and the Blue Jackets are at the Vancouver Canucks. So that's it for our Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. And now as we take a look at the Columbus River Dragons scoring from period number 2, really for Columbus, they had to take advantage of the chances they had in the first half of the period in and around the penalties they had to kill. At 2:55, Alex Jemayev knots his 9th of the year from Austin Doe. And Jemayev getting himself in a position here. Doe, again, and we've seen this a couple of times, where for the River Dragons, they have pulled that Port Huron defense wide and been able to pull the puck carriers wide. And Doe does that. He goes into the left wing corner. He's able to carry things out into the corner and then put the puck back in front. And Jemayev, who kind of snuck in on the right side, curled around from the back door, and then was able to score, putting that puck home. And then makes it 2-0 at that point. Well, then the barrage of penalties came. 4 straight in a row against the River Dragons, but they killed them all off. And on the other side of I should say during that stretch, they score a shorthanded goal as Storjahan able to feed Kelly, and this one right after a shorthanded chance for the River Dragons had happened. The puck came out to center, but again, Port Huron was very guilty of this on their power play. They were turning the puck over very high in the offensive zone. The River Dragons' penalty-killing forwards are quick, and they do not mind pouncing on those chances. They did there again, and this time it was Storjahan and Kelly on a 2-on-1. Kelly carries up the right side, feeds Storjahan on the left wing, and Storjahan, nice patience to get it back over to Kelly. No real chance there for the goaltender Hofflin, and that one at 8:03. That is Kelly's 26th goal of the year, that shorthanded marker. And in fact, the shorty now puts him tied for the league lead in goals, that 26th goal of the year. So fingers crossed. It'd be great to see Jacob Kelly win the FPHL goal scoring title. I know we've got a lot of hockey left to play between now and then, but when you're this late into the season, you're tied with the league leaders. You know you got something special going as far as your season. So congratulations to him on putting together a great season thus far for the River Dragons. Shots in period number 2, 15 for Columbus, 7 for Port Huron. Totals for the game, 23 for Columbus and 14 for Port Huron. Power plays, River Dragons 0 for 1, and the Prowlers are 0 for 5 in the contest. Want to remind everybody, tomorrow night is Pink in the Rink, and wear your pink, or you can buy some online. Go to ourdragonsmerch.com, and I see quite a bit of the pink already being worn by fans here tonight, and it is on sale on our website. Again, it's ourdragonsmerch.com, and the River Dragons themselves will be wearing pink jerseys to be auctioned off following the game as we honor those who have fought and continue to fight the courageous battle against cancer. Puck drop is at 7:30. Pregame show at 7 o'clock. Of course, you can pick up your seats at the Civic Center box office, and you can always go online to Ticketmaster.com. And I want to remind fans as well, this is your last chance to pre-order your authentic River Dragons jersey to be delivered before the end of the regular season. Customize your jersey with any name and number and show everyone how much you love the River Dragons. Now, your order must be placed by February 5th to guarantee on-time delivery. And again, you can go to ourdragonsmerch.com to place your order today. If you want it before the end of the season, that's the way you've got to do it. And that is pretty much your drop-dead date for ordering, February 5th. So write that down, put it in your phone, do whatever you got to do. Set a reminder for yourself, ourdragonsmerch.com. 3-0 River Dragons, 2 periods into it. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's drop the puck on period number 3, shall we? River Dragons with that lead. Can they finish it off? Come on back and find out. There's more Columbus River Dragons hockey coming your way.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com. PostgameHockeyCompany.com.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center as the crowd here singing along to Living on a Prayer, a little Bon Jovi. Always good to have your sing-along songs. That's always fun. River Dragons with a 3-0 lead over the Port Huron Prowlers. Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. Harvey Lumber serving the community for over 150 years. And this third period is brought to you by IGH Properties. Columbus up 3-0 on goals from Aldworth, Jamath, and Kelly. Shots are 23-14 in favor of the River Dragons. And when we come back to action here in period number 3, we will be skating 5-on-5, which we didn't see a lot of in period number 2, quite honestly. River Dragons ended up shorthanded for the bulk of that first half of period number 2. They did generate a late power play. But right now, if you're the River Dragons, you need to figure out a way to get the momentum back on your side to make things happen in your favor for the rest of this hockey game. And Port Huron, I think, executed their game plan best early on. They really wrapped up the neutral zone. Columbus had a tough time breaking the puck out through center. They were forechecking aggressively with 2 men deep in the offensive zone, and it was giving problems to the River Dragons. But right now, Port Huron just doesn't have that momentum. They're kind of going back to trying to find those stretch passes again. And they really haven't been able to connect on those very much in this hockey game. And taking a look out there, by the way, as Port Huron returns to the ice. So no Zach Frascura, who left late in the first period with a lower body injury, not putting any weight. I believe it was his left leg. And now Port Huron to with an even shorter bench. Just trying to figure out a way to make things happen here for themselves. They've got a 3-0 hole against Columbus to try to dig out of. Still just 13 skaters over there for Port Huron. And not an insurmountable lead, but boy, tough against a River Dragons team that has done well to not take its foot off the gas when they have had opponents on the mat this year. For the most part, there have been a couple of times, including last weekend, they were up 4-2, remember, entering the third period. Kind of fell asleep for a little bit there. Found themselves down 5-4 to Carolina. Had to come back, tie it up in regulation, win it in overtime. But the River Dragons will push in to start the period. Here's Krupp feeding it up to the point, and Rogers mishandles at the line. Puck comes back out. Foley knocks it out of the air. Port Huron will try to move it around. And Schumacher lost it in many skates, and now back come the River Dragons. Here's Wickline. Krupp going to the net. Feeds it towards Aldworth. Off his skates into the corner. Wickline behind the net. Back to Krupp. Krupp back in. Aldworth, a shot. Save made by Hofflin. Right half wall. Wickline to the right point. Here's Rogers. Looking. Drags the line. Left side. Petrantonio. Far dot. Feeds it down low, but Minnie cut off the pass for Wickline. Chartrand able to at least skate it out to center, and he'll dump it in from there. There's Rogers getting it back across to Petrantonio. Petrantonio up the right side with it. He'll bring it in. Carry it wide. All the way behind the net. Looking for help. Cycles off to King. King fed it back towards the point. Petrantonio backed all the way up to center to pick up the puck. He'll try to push back in again. Little tip on to the left side. Here's Kelly with a chance. Save made. Juggled but held. It's Hoffland. Never let it hit the ice. 1:32 into the third period. 3-0 River Dragons. Face off to the right of the Port Huron cage. Want to say hi to all of our YouTube viewers and those checking us out on Beam 7 tonight on the television side. We appreciate you being here as well. Storjahan pushing the draw ahead. Tried to feed the slot. Tipped away from Kelly. Down the ice it goes. LaBelle back for it. Left side, here's Kelly. Moving it in. Kelly with a shot. Hoffland handles that one to the corner. King. Kelly. Up top, Underwood. Wrist shot. Missed the net. Had Hoffland going to his right. Shot it back to his left. Just couldn't quite connect with the cage behind him. There's a pass to center. Oh, almost stolen there. Kelly cutting on the back door. And now it is picked off at center. Right back in. Here's Kelly right side. LaBelle going to the net. A little feed for him. A little too far as he was hooked up anyway by Foley. Storjahan right side. Cycling it deep. Hoffland cutting it off behind the net while the River Dragons change it up. Puck to center. Doe. Heinzer. Left side. Had it knocked away. Devaney cuts back in the right wing. Doesn't have really any help. It's coming late. Jamaev golfs it out of play. That'll be a delay of game call. Two minutes, 44 seconds into the third period. River Dragons up 3-0, but shorthanded again. Be the sixth power play of the night for the Port Huron Prowlers. That's one of those I know that if Scott Brand was up here, he would be upset about because he doesn't like the automatic delay of game call. I don't think Jamaev meant in any way to shoot it out over the glass there. I think he was trying to move it off the glass and out to center. There was no real threat offensively. He was just trying to get it out. But that one's as black and white as they come in this game. There's a shot left side. Colgan. Oh, he got the whistle there. Puck looked like it was free, but take that one. Face-off will be to his left. Foley, Bartiainen, and Devaney up front. And the puck won back to the right point. Port Huron will hold, trying to set it up. Federle, ooh, he kept it into the blue line. Foley, Schumacher, shot off the goal post. Rebound is cleared down the ice. That is the closest the Prowlers have come to beating Colgan here today. But backed up by his old friend, the Iron. And now at center. Puck is deflected away as Doe will put it deep. Nice job by Heitzner on the forecheck here, shorthanded. Will apply pressure. Vartiainen up the right side. Into the right corner, feeding in front. Foley's shot, he hooked it wide. Around to the left point, Johnson able to keep it in. Vartiainen, left half wall, getting it down low. Foley in front. Pass tipped away by Rogers. And he will bank it on down the ice. Wickline stays out with Rogers, LaBelle, and now joined by Aldworth for the last 40 seconds of this penalty kill. Port Huron trying to push in here on the left side, tied up on the half wall. Merritt puts it around behind the net. It goes all the way over to the right wing side. Now Dalton Jay to the right point to keep it in. His pass into the corner, tipped into the netting. And that face-off will come outside. Nice break there for the River Dragons. 25 seconds left to go in the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. 3-0 River Dragons in the lead. 4:19 gone in this third period. Wickline in at center for the draw. And that face-off is won back by Port Huron. Freeborn with it. Left side to Graham. Graham slides it into space. Jay trying to walk down the wall. Gets past Rogers. Curls back up the boards with it. Leaves it in the corner. Centering feed block. Came back to the corner. Back to the left point. Johnson sends to the right wing. Shot through traffic. Blocker save Colgan. Behind the net. Graham on it. Out of the box is Jemaeff. River Dragons have killed it off. Puck taken away. Rogers will fling it around to the near side and a bouncer. Here's Wickline ahead. Left wing. Jemaeff cutting it over the line. Looking up top. Oh, the puck hit on goal off the defenseman. It hit the goaltender Hoffman. An inadvertent save. Wow, Jemaeff almost got lucky there. The old bank shot. River Dragons bringing it ahead. Dumped in the right wing there by LaBelle. Hoffman couldn't slow it down. Far side it goes. And pinching for the left point, Underwood unable to keep it in though. Your Storjahan going back as it's dumped in behind the net. LaBelle to Vartiainen in the right side corner. LaBelle ends up with the puck. LaBelle has Storjahan at center, trying to slide it through to him. It gets through to him. Can he get a shot? Backhand, chopped wide. Storjahan had to slow down to receive the pass. Didn't have the breakaway speed. Now turned over right in front of the River Dragons net. Boy, it's a good thing that Colgan was alert. Was able to paddle that one away. 6:15 gone in the third. 3-0 River Dragons. Turning back with it is Kelly. Kelly looping up the left wing through center. Feeds Storjahan. Storjahan back across for King. A little too far into the corner. King sends it around. Down for the left point. Here's Frazier. Frazier trying to get after the puck. Push back up the wall. Bouncer towards the line. And that one is turned back by Storjahan. Storjahan looking for Doe. Doe, cross ice feed, banked in. Here come the River Dragons again. Jemaeff with a shot save. Ooh, the rebound was sitting there. But Hoffman quick to flop the mid on it. 6:55 gone here in the third. River Dragons with a 3-0 lead. We are back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Tom Callahan back with you here at the Harvey Lumber Press Box. Here at the Columbus Civic Center, the River Dragons with a 3-0 lead over the Port Huron Prowlers. 6:55 gone here in this third period. The third period brought to you by IGH Properties. Following the game, we will have a wrap on all of this for you in our Pepsi postgame show. We've got the highlights coming your way. A final look at the Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard and a whole lot more. Air Force Heating and Air reminds you to help keep your house comfortable, consider a preventative maintenance plan by Air Force Heating and Air. They have a plan that's right for your home and your budget. And now Port Huron breaking up 2-on-1. Into the right side, Jay backdoor feed, and that one is healed wide. Unfortunately for the Port Huron Prowlers, Devaney tried to lay into it, and he just kind of whiffed on it off the heel. Now the River Dragons push back in, looking for a chance here. Doe down low, one hand on the stick, couldn't free it. Puck ends up left point Rogers. Long shot in, right into the chest of the goaltender, Hofflin. He'll hang on to that one. Face-off will come to his right. River Dragons will put out Justin Schmidt on the right wing side, along with Wickline and Aldworth. Once again, Aldworth top of the circle here. And Wickline going to try to snap it back to him, but Port Huron wins the draw. Try to put it out to center. Turned over at the liners. Wickline pestered by Chartrand. Has to leave it off to the D, but the puck hopped. And now back up the near side. Off a stanch. Kicks in front. A shot. Save made by Colgan. Rebound in front. Bouncing. Picked away. And now here comes Aldworth on the left side. Petrantonio gets it to Aldworth. Weaving it over the line. Aldworth cutting right to the net. Forehand. Save made. Puck free. They score. The puck was never covered by the goaltender Hofflin. It snuck through him on the initial Aldworth chance. And it's Cody Wickline. Johnny on the spot. He puts it away, and it's 4-0 River Dragons. How about that? Wickline, persistent, going to the net, looking for that puck. Thomas Aldworth has his second point of the night. And the River Dragons add on to the lead. And now let's see what Port Huron has here. If they're going to make a push, this is when they got to do it. Here's King, though, back ahead for the River Dragons. Storjahan tried to leave it to Kelly. Puck is knocked away to center. Underwood couldn't come up with it. Tammany centering. Foley, stick check by Rogers, took the puck away at a critical moment. Back of the River Dragons, left side, Kelly. And Storjahan up high, tried to feed it to him. It kind of hopped on him as he went to make the pass. Now back the other way, sent in. Colgan asked to backhand it around, away from his net. Storjahan tried to stretch. That one is backhanded ahead. Ends up with Kelly on the left side. He'll step it over the Port Huron line, dump it into the right side corner. Storjahan trying to tip it to himself. King moving in, puts a bump on his man. Puck up the boards towards the line, not out. Turned over in the slot. Storjahan had it taken away. And ahead comes Port Huron. There's a shot by Foley. Whistled up over top of the net. Graham can't hang on in the corner. Underwood took it away from him. Up the near side, Dasher. Heitzner able to backhand it away to center ice. Port Huron sending it in. Around it goes in the glass once again. It looks like the Prowlers are trying to give it a push here. Graham in the corner, between the legs to himself. Left side, pass up in the air to the point. Johnson knocked it down, keeps it in. And now it's booted ahead. LaBelle wanted Heitzner, but the puck pinballs right in front. They call it icing as it kicked off the corner. River Dragons trying to say that it hit the goaltender coming out in front there, but the whistle had already gone. Face off back into the Columbus end of things here. We are 28 seconds shy of the halfway mark in period number 3. Shots 29-17 in favor of the River Dragons. Puck one to the point. Henning cutting to his right. Dumps it into the right wing corner. Puck in the slot. Minnie with a shot. He golfed it high. LaBelle fighting for it. Gets it to Heitzner. Heitzner back across. Underwood, left side. River Dragons on the rush. Jemaeff cutting wide. Around behind the net. Jemaeff pushed it up the near wall. Frazier arriving to keep it in. Minnie out from behind the net. Turns it over in the slot. Heitzner with a shot off the outside of the net. Heitzner feeding it up to the left point. LaBelle to the right side to Frazier. Doesn't shoot. Now he lets it go. Blocked. Second attempt goes wide. Heitzner on it in the corner. Centering. And that one was between Doe and Jemaeff. LaBelle steps down for the left point, keeps it in, backdoor feed, and Heitzner had to go off his skates. Puck stays on this right wing side, and now it's cleared out by Port Huron. Columbus could use a change, and so Frazier will back it up all the way into his own end. And now he will give it to Aldworth, who with speed moves through center. Here's Aldworth cutting to his left, now to the right. Aldworth trying to walk in. Wickline feeding it over, getting it back. He scores! Cody Wickline! Took a quick return pass from Vanelli. Vanelli got rid of it just in time. Right after he got the pass off, the stick was chopped out of his hands, but it was enough to get the goaltender Hovland moving the wrong way, and Wickline puts it back between the wickets on Hovland. 5-0 River Dragons. Wickline's second of the period, 13th of the season. And it comes at 10:50 of the period. Aldworth dumping it in on net. That'll be held. And that'll get us to our media timeout here. 9 minutes even left to go in the third period. 5-0 River Dragons in the lead. We're back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on, Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Chattahoochee Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote, or go online to tuffystowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center, want to welcome Tuffy's Towing as a brand new sponsor of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Thank you, Tuffy's. We appreciate your support. And if you're listening or watching, or even if you're here at the arena tonight and you happen to be in and around the Chattahoochee Valley, please support our sponsors. It's how we can do what we do, have this great hockey product right here in Columbus. Support our sponsors, and Tuffy's Towing, welcome to the family. 5-0 River Dragons, 9 minutes even left to go on this IGH Properties third period. Wickline's got 2. He's out there to take the face off. And the Prowlers will look to move it away here. On to the left wing side, tipped ahead by Foley back. It's center, a bouncer. Aldworth trying to catch up with it. And the play offside. At the River Dragons line, that offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Your sides are a little off. Visit Old School Barber Shop online at oldschoolbarber.com. Book online anytime. Book online 24/7 through their Facebook and Instagram as well. Port Huron will win the draw, try to dump it in. Graham at the line. Did he keep it? Yes. Right side, there's a shot by Schumacher. That is gobbled up by Brennan Colgan. Colgan makes his 18th save of the evening. 5-0 Columbus in the lead. And there's a shot off the face-off that once again handled in front of the River Dragons net, and away comes King up the right side. King looking to feed it back door, a little too far in the lead there for Schmidt, who had his stick tied up anyway. Couldn't quite get through to the puck. And now the Prowlers try to push back in, but they turn it over. It's dumped right back out by Schmidt. With a 5-0 lead here, certainly the River Dragons want to make sure that defensively they button things up. But if the opportunity arises, certainly they'll push the advantage if they can. Here's Foley up on the right side for Port Huron. We'll leave that one back. And now it'll be pounded in. Colgan will catch and elects to play it aside. Leaves it there for Rogers. And up come the River Dragons on the breakout. Right side. Swung around the glass by Schmidt. Odd kick off the stanchion. Made Hofflin think twice about coming out. Puck bounced through the slot. Picked up and moved ahead by Merritt. Merritt on the left wing. Trying to slide into space. Got it back. A feed to the back door was behind Dalton Jay. And the River Dragons send it the length of the ice. Will this go for icing? It will not. They wave it off. Minnie, pressured by Jemaeff, turned it over to him. Jemaeff looking into the slot. Couldn't get it through to Doe. Right point, Underwood tried to help out. Instead, it's 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Jay moving in. Jay with a feed. LaBelle blocked the pass. Nice job by Josh LaBelle. Here's Jemaeff, left side. River Dragons push back in. A centering attempt there. Block came back to Doe. Doe feeding the left point. LaBelle through traffic. A shot pinballing towards the net. Wide. Heitzner on the rebound. Heitzner into the slot. Passes off the heel of Doe's skates. And now sent down the ice. Underwood will chase after it. 6.5 to go into third. 5-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Aldworth challenged at the line. Lost it. Paddled back towards Colgan. Ooh, Colgan, dangerous pass in front of his own net. But you know what? If Brendan Colgan's feeling it tonight, all right. LaBelle feeding it to the line, but not out. Port Huron keeping it in with a long shot. That missed the net. Wickline banks it around to the left side. And the River Dragons trying to move that one out. Krupp tied up. Puck is kicked at center. Wickline chasing. Vanelli stepping way up on the play. Now it's intercepted by Krupp. Krupp on the right wing. Stops, peels on the wall. Tried to feed Aldworth, and it went through his skates. Vartiainen back the other way. Frazier, immediate bank back in. 5:38 and counting to go into third. 5-0 Columbus. Vartiainen, left side, in over the line, feeding to the right wing. Backdoor feed, looking for Foley, didn't connect. Johnson down for the left point, holding it in. Graham pestered behind the net by Frazier. Puck at the dot. Johnson, a shot, save. Colgan, and he'll hold on. Took it right in the chest protector. Colgan out on the angle. Nice stop. Faceoff will come to his right. And here's a chance off the face-off for Foley. That one, or pardon me, for Jay. That one sent wide into the corner. Vanelli on him. Foley over to help out. Put it at the net, waved at by the stick of Colgan as it went wide. Schumacher's shot, pinballed off traffic onto the right side corner. Jay reversing it around to the near wing. Schumacher down for the left point to keep it alive. Gave it up though. Frazier playing it up the wall. Not out. Kept in by Devaney. Now pushed out. River Dragons attacking. Here's Kelly. Moving up with King. Astorjahan. Slot. Kelly. Score! King served as the decoy on the left side. Drew the defender. Storjahan free of the high slot. Give and go back to Kelly. And it's 6-0 River Dragons. Say what you want. I know that it's Storjahan and Kelly on the score sheet. But Lane King is what was missing for that line. So glad to have King back in the lineup. .15 time of the goal. And with that goal, Kelly has now moved into the league lead in the FPHL. On the left side, here's Merritt pushing in for Port Huron. And the puck bouncing dangerously in front. A chance that is chopped wide on the backhand. That one took a weird kick off the corner dasher, went right in front of the net. River Dragons trying to play it away here. Schmidt, left side to safety, and now pushing ahead. Here's Petrantonio up in the rush. His shot off the outside of the net. Puck stays in the right wing corner. Doe Heitzinger to the point. Here's Jemayev. And traffic in front. Put it off the left hand of Chartrand, who shakes the digits on his way to the bench. Actually, he stays out there. Tries to help in the rush with Johnson here. Johnson feeding into the point. Over to the left side, Schumacher in the backhand. Couldn't decide what to do, and by the time he figured it out, he was pressured. That shot was blocked. River Dragons send it down. That'll be icing, or will it? Wickline trying to beat it out. Oh, no. Wickline so close, but couldn't quite get in front of Frank Schumacher. 3:27 to go in the third. 6-0 River Dragons. We'll take a break and come right back with more. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. This third period brought to you by IGH Properties, broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box. Face off to the left of Colgan. Fakes off to his left side, is golfed around behind the net. Rogers chasing it over onto the wall. 3:20 and counting to go in this third period. 6-0 Columbus. But these same two teams are back at it tomorrow night. And I'm interested to see what kind of tone Port Huron's going to try to set here over this last 3+. But it's stolen away. Here's Aldworth to center. He's tripped up there. I don't expect we'll get much in the way of calls here this late in a game that's already been decided, unless it's just really egregious. Wickline on the right side. He'll bring it in. Aldworth going to the net. Wickline on the right wing. Tried to center. That one hit Chartrand. Chartrand's been attracting pucks left and right lately. Krupp just took a stick up high, and, well, just as I say that, Krupp draws a high sticking call. That was pretty blatant. And they look at Krupp, and Krupp is okay, so just a 2-minute variety high stick. Second power play of the game with 2:41 to go here. The Georgia Power play is 0 for 1 for the River Dragons. A high sticking call against Dalton Jay, who's, quite frankly, one of the most dangerous penalty killers in the league. This guy loves to score shorthanded. Ends up with those breakaways, so if you're going to pick a guy to stick in the box, I nominate him. Sturgeon on the right half wall. He'll move up top with it. Shot through traffic, save made, no rebound there. As Hoffman closes down on it. Sturgeon, King, Kelly out up front, and then you've got LaBelle and Underwood. Underwood in to take this face off, but it's one back. Port Huron trying to clear, and they send it down the ice. Chartrand will pressure, but out to play it. Colgan swings it away to LaBelle. LaBelle fakes a pass. Now he goes left side, and here's Kelly racing into the Port Huron end, cutting through in the high slot to his right. Jacob Kelly leaving it off into the corner to Sturgeon right side. Behind the net, Kelly. Around the rim it goes. Left side, King. King to the left point. Into the high slot, LaBelle for Kelly. Kelly, cross ice, Sturgeon near corner. Settles a bouncer. Sturgeon up top. Cutting to his left in the slot. Over to Kelly. Wanted the one time, but the puck was not in a shooting position. He'll bank it around to King. King on the far side. Cross ice. Tipped in front. They score. That one goes in off of Austin Federley. As he can only look at the ceiling, it'll count for a power play goal for Lane King. And that is the cherry on the sundae. 7-0 River Dragons. So Lane King scores in his return, his 5th goal of the season and 30th point. 18:21 time of the marker. Scorjahan and Kelly should pick up the helpers here. Schmidt trying to pass ahead, turn the other way, now back into Chartrand, left side into the slot, a shot, save made! Point blank on Graham. Nice stop there from Colgan. Back the other way. Here come the River Dragons. Right side. Jamath offside at the line. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Online at oldschoolbarbershoppe.com. Book online anytime. Your side's a little off? Go see Old School Barber Shop. Also, you can book online 24/7 through their Facebook and their Instagram. Petrantonio wedging one in on Hofflin, and he will catch and hold. Noah Hofflin electing not to let that one go anywhere. River Dragons up by a touchdown here on the Prowlers. 7-0. Shots 36-21 in favor of Columbus. Pepsi postgame show coming your way in just a moment. Stay tuned for that. We have our Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. Last minute in regulation. Here's Rogers. Nifty move to get free with a wrist shot. Hofflin, a glove save. (37-21) of the shots. Jamaev out with Schmidt and Doe. Face off to the right of the Prowlers goal. Tied up on the dot. Jamaev pushing it ahead. Ends up in the left wing corner. Jamaev to the right point. Rogers gave it to Schmidt. Schmidt tried to give it right back to Rogers, who has to move it back out to center. A little dicey proposition for a moment there. Here's Jamaev on the left side. He'll fire it deep. Off the side of the net, left for Minnie. Coming up on a half minute to go in the game. Puck still in the Port Huron end. There's a stretch pass to center. That one is turned back. Vartiainen has to go all the way back into his own zone. And now on the open side, tipped in. Up ahead, Schmidt up on the forecheck here. Backhanded away from him. Vartiainen pushing, 8 seconds to go. He falls. And Vartiainen in on side play continues. There's a shot blocked. It comes back into the corner. Columbus, you have just seen history made. With his 6th shutout of the season, Brendan Colgan has set a new FPHL record. 6 shutouts in a year. It's never been done in league history until tonight. What a year Colgan's having. What a year. 7-0 your final. We will stay here for the Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. And, of course, our interview with the first star. And then our Pepsi postgame show coming up. 21 saves on the night for Colgan. And then a 2-goal performance for Wickline. A 2-goal performance for Kelly. Aldworth, Jamaev, and King also on the score sheet. Big-time game out of the River Dragons here tonight. They take a little bit of a victory lap. Also, Kelly with a 2-goal game tonight has now moved into the lead. The league lead for goals scored with 27. And then Colgan, as I mentioned, here's an interesting little nugget for you. So Colgan now has set the league mark, 6 shutouts in a year. So that's a league record. The guy who had that record before him is going to start tomorrow night for the River Dragons. It's Christian Pavlos. And Pavlos will start tomorrow night for Columbus. Just signed during the week. He'll be out there tomorrow night. You want to get a look at the new guy. Boy, oh boy. What a game tonight for the River Dragons, especially coming off that weekend set against Carolina, where they played much better after losing 2 on the road. They split the weekend last weekend, and then tonight, just as I've said many, many times about this River Dragons team, they get better as the game goes along. And they did it again here tonight. They just continue to improve. And so congratulations to the River Dragons for picking up a big win here this evening. Their 25th win of the year. They're now 25-5-1. The Prowlers dropped to 19-13-3. And we'll have our Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game coming up here for you in just a moment. We'll have our first star interview down on the ice as well, so we will stay put right here for that. All right, let's send it down now for our 3 stars.
Number 29, Callahan. Tonight's second star, number 10, Cody Wickman. And tonight's first star, setting an FPHL record with his 6th shutout of the season, number 1, Brendan Colgan. Let's roll on down the ice. Here's our record setter with James. Let's sit down here with the number 1 star today, Brendan Colgan, setting an FPHL record with 6 shutouts in a single season. Colgan, how are you staying so hot right now? And you know, you're giving this score 7 goals for you tonight. What can we say about the guys getting all these goals and making it such a high-scoring game for them? I mean, they take care of the team. Well, hey, I want you all to make the noise one more time for your number 1 star in the record setter, Brendan Colgan.
History made for the Columbus River Dragons and Brendan Colgan. 6 shutouts on the season now for Colgan. It's still January. And Colgan has 6 shutouts and an FPHL record. Unbelievable season that Brendan Colgan is having. Wow, just incredible. All right, well, if you missed all of that, we'll recap it for you when we come back. We've got a lot of scoring to get through as well in our Pepsi postgame show, but that was our Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. Number 3, Jacob Kelly. Number 2, Cody Wickline. And number 1, Brendan Colgan. 7-0 River Dragons with the victory. We will take a break, and when we come back, it is indeed Pepsi postgame showtime. So stick around. Zelmo zipping out of town, scoreboard, scoring recap, and more coming your way on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
It's time for the Pepsi Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Tom Callahan.
Live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box, Tom Callahan here with you in the Pepsi Postgame Show, and it's time for us to recap the scoring and look inside the numbers from this one, a 7-0 Columbus River Dragons victory here this evening. And no surprise that the River Dragons scoring was distributed throughout the lineup here this evening. Even with the lineup shuffles, even with bringing in a couple new players this week and Kyle Heitzner making his River Dragons debut. We'll talk about him as he appears on the second River Dragons goal, but also getting Lane King back from injury, a big boost for this River Dragons hockey team. And on top of all that, even with all the shuffles, Underwood and Petrantonio having to play defense, just a great job scoring up and down the lineup here tonight and weathering the storm that Port Huron brought to start this hockey game. Especially, they were tying up the River Dragons, but I have to credit the River Dragons and Coach Jerome Bichard for making an adjustment. And instead of allowing that two-man forecheck pressure from Port Huron to really get to the River Dragons in the offensive zone, they were able to then kind of reverse the flow a little bit, use a couple of different outlets, make some simpler plays, and then able to break through that neutral zone as well where Port Huron had been clogging things up. So they make those adjustments, and they end up with a big-time win tonight, 7-0. All right, let's go back through all the way back to the first period. Believe it or not, there was only one goal scored in the first period, and it was Thomas Aldworth, his 11th at 10:06, and this one is from Krupp and Frazier, and you'll see here, this is a theme tonight. Watch Jay Krupp. As he comes up here on the left wing, Krupp will pull the defender wide with him, and that opens up the front of the net. In this case, it is Aldworth who crashes down to the front of the net, gets in behind the back-checking centerman for the Port Huron Prowlers, and is able to score to make it 1-0. So Krupp and Frazier assist on Aldworth's 11th of the year. 1-0 after one. Into the second period we go, and at 2:55, a similar story to the goal we just talked about. Instead of Krupp pulling the defense wide, this time it's Austin Doe. Doe ends up driving wide on the wing, and Alex Jemayev kind of got lost a little bit in traffic as he cut behind the D on the right side and then stopped. The defender kind of went by him, and that allowed Jemayev to step to the front of the net all alone. He's able to bang it past Noah Hofflin as Doe, and as I said, the new guy makes an appearance here. Congratulations to number 28, Kyle Heitzner, earning his first assist, his first point as a Columbus River Dragon on that goal at 2:55. Then the River Dragons found themselves in some penalty trouble. In fact, 4 of the 6 times they were shorthanded came in a span of about 10 minutes in the second period, but during all of that, the River Dragons were able to score a shorthanded goal. This one at 8:03, first of 2 on the night for Jacob Kelly, as he scores from Alex Storjahan. Now, Kelly had just come off a chance, and the puck ends up going down the ice where the River Dragons go back and forth, and then Storjahan and Kelly, as they did twice tonight, work the give and go to perfection. Kelly on the far side puts it away from the right wing. He and Storjahan just having a magical season, those two connecting there. 26th of the year for Kelly, shorthanded marker, and it's 3-0 after 2 periods of play. In the third, that's where the River Dragons really opened up the spigot on the Port Huron Prowlers. It starts at 7:56, and it's the first of 2 in a row for Cody Wickline, his 12th of the year here. Aldworth and Petrantonio. And Wickline, both of his goals tonight, effort goals. Wickline has to go to the net, has to make things happen, and on this one, the initial shot squirts through the goaltender's body by Aldworth. Wickline, by going to the net, looking around for the puck, the whistle hadn't gone. Play to the whistle, and Wickline finds the puck in behind the goaltender, tucks it over the goal line. That makes it 4-0. Well, then, just about 3 minutes later at 10:50, Wickline scores his next goal, his 13th of the year from Vanelli and Aldworth. And again, a goal-mouth scramble, and once again, Wickline knows for the net, gets to the front of the goal, finds the puck, and this time it was kicked over to him. Just kind of an oddball pass, but Vanelli got the pass off just in time, and as Wickline was coming to the net, the puck came to him. He was able to shoot it between the legs of the goaltender, Hofflin. And at that point, you're off to the races. It's now a 5-0 game. About 5 minutes later, the River Dragons score again, an even strength marker, and this is Kelly's 27th of the year. And for Jacob Kelly, his 27th goal of the year is now the league lead, at least as of our action tonight. And again, Kelly and Storjahan working it to perfection. This time it's Kelly leading the rush on the right side. Lane King on the left side, a little bit of a decoy, drew the defender over to him. That allowed Storjahan space in the high slot as he's following the play late. Took the pass, fed it back to Kelly. Kelly buries it. And at 15-15, it's now a 6-0 game. Then to round out the scoring, boy, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're getting the breaks, it's going your way. 18-21, a power play goal for Lane King, and this one, well, a little bank shot action as the River Dragons moving the puck around on the power play. King ends up with it at the far dot. Not sure if he was trying to get a shot or if he was maybe trying to connect a pass through across the slot, but it ricochets in off the Prowler defenseman Austin Federley, and Federley can only look at the rafters. In it goes. King, a power play goal from Storjahan and Kelly at 18-21, and that rounds out the scoring. 7-0 River Dragons over the Prowlers here tonight. Shots by period, Port Huron 7 in each period, 21 for the game. River Dragons 8, 15, 14 for 37 on the night. Power plays, Port Huron is 0 for 6, and the River Dragons finished 1 for 2. Columbus also scoring a shorthanded goal as well. That is their 7th shorthanded goal for this season. And the River Dragons this year, among all the other stats and oddities, when they end up with a shorthanded goal, they're 7-0 on the year. So congratulations to the River Dragons once again for making a difference in that one. And so Columbus now finds itself 25, 5-1 on the season. And the Prowlers are now 19-13-3. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, it's the Zelmos Zip In out-of-town scoreboard coming up on the other side of the break, and a final look back at the game that was 7-0 in favor of the River Dragons. We're back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com. In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
We'll be screaming now, we can be heroes everywhere.
Postgame show, the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. Hey, don't forget, coming up at the Civic Center on February 11th, 2 big shows, the Monster Trucks. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour is in town. There are VIP tickets and a free pit party pass available. Those VIP packages allow you to meet the drivers and see the monsters up close at the pre-event pit party as well. For more info, visit monstertrucktour.com, or you can pick up your tickets at the Civic Center box office, which is where you can buy your tickets for River Dragons hockey as well. Let's take a look at the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard for you. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passion since 1999. Wrapping things up here, the Binghamton Black Bears with a big 6-2 win over the Danbury Hat Tricks. Boy, Binghamton's really establishing themselves here in the second half of the year as a team to be reckoned with, especially with that win right there. And Danbury's been good all season long, but you know what? It really matters who's got it going into the playoffs. 3-2 Motor City holds on to beat Watertown tonight. In the only game still going on, actually, this one may have just gone final. Carolina with a 3-2 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves, and that may be a final score. We'll try to double-check that. Elmira, 6-3 over Delaware, extends its winning streak to 6 in a row for the Mammoth. Wow, congratulations to Elmira. Great turnaround to the season in progress right there. In the NHL, tied at 2 after 2 are the Devils and Stars. Just underway, Flames and Kraken, no scoring there. Less than 4 minutes in, the Blue Jackets and the Canucks have both scored. It's 1-1. That one could be a real barn burner. Finals from earlier in the NHL, the Islanders 2-0 shut out the Red Wings tonight. Kings 4, Panthers 3. Senators 6-2 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hurricanes 5-4 in overtime over the San Jose Sharks, and the New York Rangers 4-1 winners over the Vegas Golden Knights. One more break in the Pepsi postgame show. We'll come back to wrap things up in just a moment. 7-0 your final score here tonight. River Dragons over the Port Huron Prowlers. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Vector Ply Corporation is is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vectorply customer using Vectorply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Pepsi Postgame Show as we wrap things up. Tom Callahan here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. 7-0 tonight for the Columbus River Dragons over the Port Huron Prowlers. Same two teams back at it again tomorrow night, 7:30 puck drop. It's Pink the Rink night. Special pink jerseys to be worn by the River Dragons and auctioned off following the hockey game. They will be auctioned off online, so you can get in on those special pink merchandise, limited edition, available at the merchandise stops as well. If you don't want to come in, jump in line tomorrow, you can always go to ourdragonsmerch.com. That's ourdragonsmerch.com and do your shopping a little bit early here. Maybe pick up your order tomorrow on your way in if you want to wear the pink merchandise. And if not, wear your pink anyway and help us to recognize those who have fought and continue to fight a courageous battle against cancer. A big win here tonight for the River Dragons. They're 25th of the year now, 25-5-1, 7-0 over the Port Huron Prowlers. And Brendan Colgan sets FPHL history once again. Well, I told you before the game, 4 shutouts in a row and a league record scoreless streak. Apparently that wasn't enough. Now he has 6 shutouts on the year, and that is another FPHL record for Brendan Colgan. Also, congratulations to Jacob Kelly, who moves into a tie for the league lead in goal scoring this year as well. So that'll do it for us, for the broadcast crew up here in the Harvey Lumber Press Box. We thank you for tuning in, listening, or viewing, no matter how you caught the game tonight. We appreciate you being here. We'll talk to you tomorrow night, the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on air at 7 p.m. sharp. We'll talk to you then. This has been Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and P&B Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution or the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and P&B Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.
I'm the best.